Oh my goodness. Greetings, everybody. Live from the sub basement. And so I sound a little bit echoey, I think, but it's because I don't have my boom mic. So just gonna have to deal with it. That's all I got. So I am here with Dennis and John. Today is Monday, October 24th at 9:02 p.m. And apparently we're starting the show without some people like Xavier and somebody else is going to be popping in a little bit. So let's talk about
Benjamin. I should say this is Lee Daniels presents RadioGunk now. That's the official title.
Jesus. Okay. Yes, that's right. Yes, Monique is in a bunker, Sinlu. That's exactly where I am. So glad to be back today. I just spent 18 hours driving down to Florida. So I am excited and thrilled to be in 75-degree weather. And my hair absolutely shows it, as you can tell.
No relaxer today, Monique?
I ain't got no relaxer. No. Yeah, this is my humidity hair, but you know what? I don't care if I get. Who cares? This is my natural.
That's what I always have my humidity hair.
Natural non-done hair. Whatever.
What was that Janine Garofalo joke that she said she puts a dehumidifier and a humidifier in the same room and watches them fight it out?
Yes, Sinlu. As soon as Dennis came on, I died with that. What did you call it?
It's Wigfried and Goy. And that's cousin Chips. And I love this. The eye is missing, of course, because it must.
It's so ridiculously well done that you almost can't tell it's them. Like it's so perfectly blended.
It's so perfect.
My daughter asked, "Why does it look so good as a man?" Well,
does your daughter know Beth, Dennis? Does your daughter know the idiosyncrasies?
They know Dennis's obsession with these.
You have to, right?
Related.
It's like I know golf
because
my father.
To it as an it.
Pronouns, the pronoun lessons in the Dennis.
Gina, I'll do you. I'll do you, baby. Most sickle cell game is hot.
Monique is revealing
I forgot to bring my activator. Those jokes. Okay, so let's talk about today's show a little bit before the other boys join us. It took me all day to get through today's show, and I learned a couple of things. I learned that Drew Barrymore is a wacko, and if I'm anything like that, because my mother also took me out when I was like 13 years old, then you should shoot me right now. But she's
Barrymore of Greenpoint.
She's loony.
All right, literally, I don't care if she could do tricks in bed. It doesn't matter. She's insane. Absolutely not.
No,
I mean, that is a loony girl. I mean, that is utterly loony.
She's cuckoo. And so, and we're going to get into that because it was just quite a spectacle. And we're all going to make some commentary on the incredibly varied selection of boys that she had to choose from today. And somebody said in the listening thread, he said, damn, no wonder her hubby left her. Somebody said in the listening thread, when you see that, the hell's his name? When you see that Tom Green is the more sane person in a relationship.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Then you realize there's like some problem.
I actually feel bad for him. I mean, I really do. I utterly feel bad for him now.
I got nothing. I honestly, I couldn't even listen to her. I was like, seriously, I just kept fast forwarding 60 minutes, 60 seconds rather, 60 seconds.
I found a recent picture of her too.
Do you want to share that with us at some point in the?
Yes, I'll let me go get it because holy Jesus,
holy guacamole,
holy mackerel,
holy mackerel,
holy mackerel. This isn't the girl that flashed Letterman anymore. I'll tell you that.
All right, so let's start with some news of the day before we start on the show. And thank you. I thought I'd never say these words, but thank you, Sean Avery, for posting about Kanye dropping Howard's name on a podcast, which I thought was kind of amusing. So I'd like to start with that, and we can talk about it and see what you guys think. And I wish Xavier was here because he's like a Kanye whisperer.
Aficionado.
Huh?
He's a Kanye aficionado.
Yes, indeed. All right, so let's take a little listen.
There
It's
it is. I
quick.
found it.
It's
Oh,
kind of
weird.
quick. So, okay, here we go.
Apology short of kissing Howard Stern's dick.
I don't think anyone wants to kiss Howard Stern's dick.
That's the
first
whole
of all.
point, Howard Stern. Nobody wants to kiss your dick, so shut the fuck up. I said, by the way, I'll antagonize you, Howard Stern. I used to be a fan of you.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I'm still a fan sometimes.
Now you're just doing clickbait like everybody else.
That's right.
Oopsie.
Now you're just a sad old man, Howard. Now, Howard Stern, this is the first time anyone's said your name in years. Your own family doesn't say your name unless they're calling to get their bills paid.
Wow.
You're going hard. See, that's beautiful right there.
Okay, so who is
Awesome
this
fun.
Ukrainian refugee? Number one. Who is
Yeah,
this person?
Not a clue.
Not a
Doesn't
clue.
matter.
Oh, my Lex Fridman over here.
I don't care. Kanye just absolutely said what everybody said out loud when everybody says it quiet. He literally
That's
said
short
it
for
out loud.
That's short for Lexington Fridman. Wow.
Crazy.
That old man.
So now, right, if he's really into clickbait, Howard's going to have to pick up on that and play the clip, right, JD? Isn't that your job, is to go after that? Play the whole thing tomorrow. And
Yeah.
argue with tapes. He's such a pussy. He won't even argue with tapes anymore. That's how bad. That's how far he's fallen.
He will never. He doesn't argue with tapes, but he started this. Like, so he started with Kanye. And listen, everybody knows that Kanye's a little batshit right now, right? So
Crazy.
so everybody knows that he's a little. He's really burning bridges bad. I mean, the thing that makes him successful, other than music, is clothing and
Controversy.
sneakers and things that he has licensed his name to, and they're dropping him like flies.
Maybe he needs to date Drew Barrymore.
I don't think I need to date Drew Barrymore, to be honest with you. But I think that Kanye is imploding. You know,
David C asks, is Kanye on RadioGunk? Because it sure as hell sounds like he is. Yes, that's Beanie Mac, David C. They're both from Chicago. That's actually Beanie Mac.
Yes, Adidas is absolutely going to cut ties with him. I agree with you. I'm waiting for the Gap to do the same. And I actually just read on the Twitter that his agent over at whatever one of those big agencies just dropped him as well. And yeah, I mean, let's give it to Kanye because the enemy of the enemy is my friend.
Exactly.
Kind of point.
I don't know what to do with this. You know, do you guys remember he was booked on the show very early in the Sirius days? His name was written on Mark's friggin' on the bottom. It was there for months, and he just bailed. And that was twice. He was supposed to come on again, I think, post Artie, and he bailed twice. He's never been on the show. That was when he had a Jay-Z on, and he was trying to do like a rap thing, and
yeah, he went through a phase of trying to get like the rappers in and stuff like that.
T.I., yes.
Well,
now
he
he's
loves
in the twink faggy pop music phase.
he likes their poetry, so
Yeah.
that's why he wanted them on.
Oh my God, I might sell my, I might sell a kidney if Kanye wanted to come on the show. That would
Oh,
be
absolutely,
an amazing thing in the whole.
absolutely. We can talk about that sad old man whose family doesn't call him unless they
Flow
need
Rider,
money.
that's right, Joe Neeson, that's right.
Flow Rider. Oh my
Yeah,
God,
that was-
remember that? Yes.
Oh, that
that's
was
exactly right.
horrid. Oh my
Yeah.
God,
And
that
then-
was so bad.
He likes rappers that
Coolio.
are glad you asked, Autobot AI. I was gonna run upstairs and get some water, but the
water.
old, almost dead refrigerator is down here, and I have some delicious Youngling Hershey lager.
Wait a minute. Why don't you get the water from the dehumidifier like I do? Right off the tray in the back. It is like right out of a Brita filter, Monique. You got to try it. You got the ice.
You're kidding, right?
No, I don't do that.
I don't know.
I've thought about it.
In any case, I usually bring down a whole thing of that from Pennsylvania because everybody tells me, oh, it sells out so quickly, especially in the holiday season and blah, blah, blah. And so I did that last year. And when I came down here, every Publix had it, like a full stock, like everybody had it. And I actually
So now I
schlepped
got to
their
go
shit.
buy it. I'll run down to Publix to get some.
Wait a minute, that's a lowercase L at the end of my name. You guys have been saying it wrong the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
Autobot.
Al.
Oh, with Autobot Al, not Autobot AI, because that makes sense. I'm sorry, we didn't
It's
know.
Autobot Al. Come on. People.
Yeah, just chew the ice, says Zach. Hi, Zach. We miss you so much. I really miss him. So, okay. So Mo is wearing a t-shirt that was given to me by one of our gunkers. And
Kylo.
he sent me a whole care package of TV swag. So I was very excited to wear one of them tonight. And yeah, I got some really cool t-shirts from him. And you know, I'm all about my t-shirts. So yeah, what drink is
You
Mommy
turn it in-
talking about? I'm talking about my Yingling.
Yingling
That I'm
Hershey. Hershey
Ying, my
Yingling.
Yingling. Okay, so I want to start the show without the rest of the boys, and we are going to do that right now. So let me pull out some shit. Okay, so first thing this morning, Howard starts talking about this meeting that apparently Jennifer Witz has every month. And apparently this is where she... So now he's saying that she gets together with all the different shows and the employees and stuff like that. But do you really think that the CEO of Sirius is actually talking to everybody
So
No.
from
this is what this
everywhere?
is. It's an
Or is it
all
just
hands on. It's an all hands on deck meeting. So what they do, it's basically broadcast to everybody as like a question and answer. It's just like a kind of a catch up thing that some corporations do that have really shitty culture.
So just like a
And
tough
they-
place bullshit?
Yeah, I mean it's just like the rah rah bullshit. So that's what this is.
Well, Dennis, they went from everybody jerking each other off in cubicles and high fiving each other in cubicles and dropping on each other's show to all being on Zoom at the same time. So there's no synergy whatsoever anymore. They don't know each other. They don't drop into each other's show. That was the allure initially of Sirius. Is that, oh my God, these guys are just going to do everybody's show, and who knows who's going to drop in where, and they all love each other.
Oh, it's all going to be so
everybody-
spontaneous and just live riffing.
Yeah.
To be true, to be fair, most of the other people actually are back except for Howard.
That's why Andy Cohen should get his studio.
Absolutely,
Well,
should
we're
get
going to
that
get into
studio.
that a little bit.
And,
So apparently during this month's all hands-on meeting, Robin was going to be one of the special guest speakers for this all hands-on thing. And a couple of things I learned about this as well is that Jennifer Witz actually sounds like a 14-year-old. I mean, she sounds like such a fanboy, and it really kind of, I just looked at her really differently, and the fact that this is who's running this is shocking.
Well, actually, I posted in the forum, and I actually truly believe this after hearing her. She has no power there. She's just a woman. They put a woman as a CEO. Greenstein's running the organization completely. She's just there as a figurehead.
I think there's a couple of people involved in that.
She's an idiot, though. You could tell.
It's really, really silly. So let's talk about it a little bit, and let's hear his opening parlay, if you will, into the meeting.
Jennifer Witz holds a monthly all-hands meeting where she updates all of the employees on how the company's doing. She outlines the goals and spotlights employees. And originally they were going to call it all tits on deck.
Is Jackie back?
And so anyway,
there's other people in the room besides people with tits.
All tits and penis on deck.
Oh, the humor.
He's killing me there. My God. Actually, David had a great little thing. Robin speaking about how the best way to butter your ham.
Yeah,
it was so weird. Even her speaking was weird.
Everything about it, it's weird.
Everything about it is weird. Everything. So it's just, it's just some weird shit going on. So Robin is at the meeting. You're going to hear a little bit of Robin actually talking about it right this second. Wait, hold on. Okay. So what happens is he notices, because he decides to go on because he's going to listen to Robin talking in this all hands on thing. And what he notices is that Jennifer Witz has a giant picture of Andy Cohen apparently behind her shoulder, not too dissimilar to the way Dennis has Siegfried and Goy.
Wigfried.
And Goy.
Siegfried and Goy. Right.
And the one-eyed cat.
That's a good
And
rename.
so
Wigfried
apparently
Goy.
he got really upset about it, and it started to show, and it was a little bit weird in its jealousy. So
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure how this was going down. Okay, so here's him talking about it a little bit more.
The whole company is watching. There isn't a picture of me anywhere. Andy Cohen. Now, no offense to Andy.
Mispronouncing his name.
I like Andy. I told you that. It's not my beef. Well, come on. How much insult can I take? I mean, who forced a merger of Sirius and XM? Who came here and
forced a merger? He
forced a merger.
How?
He sues the company every 2 weeks. He forced a merger.
Who forced the merger? Yeah, so here's him puffing himself up.
Do you want me to tell you why they merged? It had nothing to do with him.
and save Sirius XM? There should be a goddamn shrine in Jennifer's office to me. I mean,
maybe
are we
they
acting?
couldn't put the statue of you.
Oh, bullshit. You know, when Jennifer
in
holds a
the
meeting,
shot.
when Jennifer, it's like Andy's like, it's like Sirius XM, the Andy Cohen channel. And I'm like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Even something as petty as this. So there's now a new ad going around with it's Kevin Hart, it's Andy Cohen, and someone else on the same. What do you think the chances are he has his likeness so locked up with his precious brand? They're afraid to even put a post, even if they wanted to put a poster of him on their wall. They won't. I mean, have you ever seen an actual commercial?
For that.
He has to be paid for everything, but that's what you're not going to hear. Exactly. That's what you're not going to hear here. He has to be paid. With 112 Productions will make him. His likeness cannot be capriciously used by anybody, including just a stupid poster on your wall. That's how petty he is.
So, you know, I like how he takes credit for that merger. It was because, was it iHeart was a major owner of XM, and General Motors was part of it. They were kind of wanting to get the hell out of that deal because 2008 happened and they were both getting their asses handed to them. So they're like, yeah, we're done with this. So they merged it. They just went here to Sirius. You take it.
Also, Dennis, the sports aspect, the baseball and football, the fans wanted them merged. They wanted to not have to go to XM to listen to baseball, and then football's on.
There really wasn't room for both. Let's be honest. There wasn't room for both.
There's not room for both.
But what happened is that iHeart and General Motors basically went, yeah, this is a bad proposition for us. We're going to get killed in this, and they just found a way to get rid of it. I mean, that's what it really the truth was. It had nothing to do with Howard. It literally had nothing to do with him.
He spent every effing show pimping that merger because he stand to get some stupid. He was going to take credit for the XM listeners who have nothing to do with him. The XM listeners were there for baseball and whatever music was there, and Opie and Anthony, and he was going to take credit for those as subscribers for the merger, so he would get this ridiculously padded stat bonus. That's what this is for.
Yeah.
Yeah, mentioned Chaka Khan said Andy Cohen didn't hire a chick to imitate Jennifer as a smoky-voiced shrew. True. Rupert Pupkin says part-time Howie has no right to open his mouth. Absolutely. Andy gives 1,000% to those stations, to his TV show, and Howard gives nothing. Howard doesn't have to. David says Howard is such a 5-year-old with his territoriality. Yes. He's a little kid that only wants your toy if you're playing with it, but when you give it to him, he says, "I don't want your stupid toy."
Yes, David.
Right. Of course. But okay, let's continue on because it just gets
it gets worse.
Yeah, here we go.
Wow, really? I want metrics. How many people are watching listening to the Andy Cohen channel?
What kind of metrics? What are your metrics?
What do you got?
What do you got for us?
God, this is crazy. Andy's metrics are on his fucking YouTube channel. All those housewife shows are massive. Whether you think they're vapid and gay or not, they are massive. He is so much bigger. He has more guests in a week than Howard has in a year.
Oh my God.
Wigger is flying way too close to the sun in this. I mean,
You
serious,
know
this
he's
is
bitching
way
that-
too
but
close to the sun.
You know he's bitching to the owners of Sirius, and Howard's not just a he about how this is what I do. This is what I want that studio. I think he's having meetings with them all the time, screaming about it. As much as he wants to purport to be a super fan to Howard's face, he is eviscerating him behind the scenes.
Oh,
There's no
absolutely.
question. And he's gaining more power as the days go on.
So let's listen.
Brett-
Hang on. Let's listen.
No offense, Andy, but I guarantee you it ain't too many.
Oh boy.
It was. I was surprised you didn't just disconnect. I really was. I thought you would, but
Why weren't you there?
all right, you're a trooper.
Listen to
didn't
passive
pay
Robin.
attention to what was behind her. Scott
Really?
pointed out at some point that, he liked what was behind her, but
Who did?
Scott Greenstein.
Oh, okay, Scott. You like
I
that?
love it.
Now
You know
got
what I
Scott in
like?
trouble.
I like other companies besides this one. Maybe I'll go look
Go to
into
it. What are your options?
Go.
Go.
Bye. Pick your
Oopsie.
options. Go get your options there, guy. Go see what you got.
Robin did a couple of them today, and there's
Yes,
one
he
that
did.
you guys are probably not going to even remember from today's show, but it was so passively Robin.
Well, yeah, it's hard for me to remember because I heard 2 hours of Drew Barrymore. That's a little, my brain cells actually
Babe,
weren't
that was way
disintegrating.
too much Drew for anybody. I mean, and she
I
doesn't
was
shut
feeling-
up. It was brutal. It was.
I was feeling stupider.
Yeah.
Literally, I was actually feeling
You're
stupider.
right, Chaka Khan. Look at he's got something called BravoCon.
Yeah.
Thousands
Jesus
of fans pay a
Christ.
fortune to show up and meet Andy and all the housewives. So he
They
actually
have-
does something with his popularity now. It's just amazing. You're so right. I forgot all about BravoCon. I don't watch Bravo, and I'm not really into that whole world of people, but I'm sure people go out and dying to see Lisa Rinna with her gigantic tire-sized fucking lips. All right, let's move on. And so here's Robin kind of scolding him a little bit.
I mean, this company should be called Howard XM. It really should.
Laughing because that's not true.
Man.
I just can't believe you're this upset. I thought you had become a bigger human being.
Yeah, no.
I am. I didn't quit, did I?
Yeah, you would quit because Jennifer Witz has a picture of Andy Cohen, as you say, behind her. Like, honestly, is this not even? I don't even
Robin's
know if this is a conversation. Honestly,
Robin's
just-
describing this as like some passive aggressive move by Greenstein where he goes, "Hey, I love the Andy
Okay.
Cohen picture behind you, Jennifer."
Exactly.
And somehow
Yeah.
that's supposed to rub, and that's the way his ego would take it. And Tone Cod 89, I agree. I think if there's did Robin, by the way, talk about anything that actually transpired in this meeting? Is there anything revealed as far as specific? Pat
we listened to
McAfee,
her.
and I think that's they're going. How do we replace this shit? We knew how big he was.
Joe says it's like Motley Crue seeing the giant Pearl Jam poster at Tower Records. See, Howard is
That's
the only
funny.
person that doesn't get that he's passe. Like, he's the only one. Everybody else knows it. I mean, shit, we do a podcast. I can't even imagine that people still listen to this shit with us.
I guess that was brilliant, Neeson. That with grunge rock taking over heavy metal. That's brilliant analogy.
Totally, that was
Actually.
a brilliant analogy. Yeah.
we got to remember though, he is truly a mushroom. I mean, he is hidden in a basement and fed bullshit. I mean, that's literally he is.
That's the way he wants it
mushroom.
too, Dan. That's the way he wants it.
But it makes you a moron.
Yes.
Because now you sound like an idiot when you go on
Yeah,
the
but
air and
think
complain
about
about
it.
things.
Him and Beth, right? Okay, so they both are completely devoid of any life experiences anymore. So there's nothing that they can talk about that is of any kind of consequence to anybody.
No.
And he is like a tired old man. I'm going to play that Yee clip again later on. Ms.
Tired old
Beaverhausen
man.
says that Andy actually enjoys what he does and has a sense of humor. He's living in the present, not in the past.
That's a real thing, Monique. Autobot says that when Warrant went into the music company, there was a poster of Alice in Chains behind him. That's a real scenario. That's exactly. That's great. That's so funny.
That's awesome.
That's a delicious analogy. I love everything about it. Yes,
I
Sunflower
like that.
Dragon. Everybody knows that is the most disturbing and wonderful picture behind Dennis. It really is. It's Yeah, it's a life. Okay, so now let's listen to Jennifer Witz, because here she is kind of fangirling a little bit, which is weird to me. I mean, is it that they don't get many people that are like stars on their own platform? It should actually be obligatory that one person, fuck, Eminem should be on like 1 month, and Oprah should be on 1 month, and
Oprah's not a show anymore.
whatever. You know
You
what I
know
menet
what she means, but she had the net, whatever that.
Well,
Mad
yeah, I mean,
Dog.
they have
Own-
so many
own.
people that are part of it. You're right. One of
Jamie
them a month
Foxx.
should be on, but
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
not.
Should be
Martha
mandatory.
Stewart.
You're the CEO. Tell them that they have to be on.
Yeah, that's
Not
right.
that you're, gracing us with your fucking presence. So let's listen to Jennifer Witz, who sounds like a little bit of a fucking moron. Here we go.
Now I'm really excited for our next segment. It's hard to think of a woman with a more successful radio hosting career than our next guest. So I am thrilled to welcome
Wendy Williams.
Robin loves it. Don't get
Oh,
me
here
amused.
we go.
Soaking in her intro. You should have seen it.
Robin Quivers. Robin, please join me.
I cut a clip of Beth from last week when she was so excited about that guy coming in.
Yeah, the night bird. I was just thinking that Allison Steele had a much better career.
That's-
She did. Oh!
Meg Griffin.
Oh, I love
No,
them
Allison-
both so much. Okay. So then,
balls. It
so
really.
then Robin starts talking. Jennifer is asking her about how, and it's so funny. It's 2022, right? So they're
Jennifer
talking to Robin about her like miraculous resurgence after having cancer, which is how long ago now?
9 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay,
2014.
So think about these touch base meetings. Think about this all hands on deck meeting, and the fact that they have Robin on, and this is the first time she's been able to get a chance to ask her about the cancer thing. So she asks her and finds it fascinating that she came back to work one day after the operation, but the reality is that they were off
No.
for a week. And listen, the
She
fact that
was-
she came
she was
back
out for
as
weeks.
quickly as she did, 1000% is like, just an amazing thing for whatever it is that she had. So I'm going to give her that. But here's her reasoning for why she came back as quickly as she did. So here we go.
And I kind of think of myself as essential.
Where's
And
the music, Fred?
so when I discovered that, I was going to have this big operation and all of this other stuff was going to happen.
Yeah, basically what she then says is that she immediately called the producers over at Sirius to immediately install her ISDN line so that she could get right back on. How much did she make, Melvin? Jennifer Witz made $32 million in total compensation
All right.
as director and chief executive officer of Sirius in 2021. We've all been hoodwinked and should be multimillionaires.
All right. She is the most overpaid individual in all of America.
I
By
still go
far.
with-
I don't
I
give
still
a
go
shit.
with I still go with Fred, Dennis.
No,
I still go with
she
Fred.
makes 10 times what Fred makes.
I know, but
She
I
is
still
the most
think per-
overpaid human on earth.
Per act, I still go with Fred.
Thank you, Sunflower Dragon.
All right.
I was just telling the boys that this is my hair when I just let it dry, which I never do. But now that I'm in the humid, look who has the you're like Ryder. You're like the puppy. Whenever I kiss Reacher, he comes and shoves his
Exactly, I have to.
nose to
So,
make sure.
but Blobbin, all right, Blobbin trying to say she's essential is hilarious because you're only essential as a deflector for racism and a laugh track.
And as a
You
Buckwall
have
client.
no purpose on this show.
But
You
don't
really
you
don't.
think that they
Affirmative
all
action.
have the same hubris and same entitlement and same the chosen one thought process?
Well, she's also the double minority, a black woman on a show with none of the like in
None of
any
that.
way, and nor
Yeah.
has it ever.
Yeah, she did cop the word essential from nurses and people during COVID.
Yes.
Absolutely. So the fact that she still had to work and she feels like there was a need for
Well,
her to be an integral part of the
Can't
show.
even call yourself a newswoman anymore. If there was something you might have been able to say, "Oh, I do the news every day to keep people around," you don't even do that anymore.
No, but
Yeah, that's what she does.
the thing is, as Benjamin had pointed out, Robin needed to come back because she wasn't getting paid when she wasn't working, because that's the way the contract works. So there was
How
months
do
of
we know
her
that
not
that's the way
getting.
the
I don't
contract
know.
works?
I don't
No,
know how
that's what I
Benjamin
know.
has
I
her
don't think
contract in
I
play.
don't.
Yeah, it
Listen,
was
she's
pretty.
been with the show 40 years. There's no fucking
So?
way
She's
she doesn't
always
have
she's
a
as protected as Howard
ironclad.
is.
She's totally
I don't think
protected.
so.
Absolutely.
I think that they have to do shows. Hence why Howard had to do a
What
makeup
do
show.
you, what do
None
you
of them
think
are
they're
threatened by anything. They have
freelancers? They only get paid for when they work. They're not Ronnie. No, you're being silly. Melvin says that Jennifer Witz's base is very low, less than $2 million, but made bank in stock and stock options in 2021. Yeah,
That is just disturbing.
it's
That's just wrong. That's
disturbing.
wrong. For a
And she's-
company that really is not healthy, that is wrong. I mean, seriously wrong. $9
makes
billion.
Makes you root for another 9/11.
$9 billion in debt.
Now
billion.
you know why the World Trade Center was bombed. That figure.
Well, like Tiger Lily says, she is essential, though. Howard cannot do a show without her. It would be even more dead air than there already is.
I agree, Tiger Lily. I
Cannot
agree.
function
Listen,
solo. And
look,
you can't-
I don't
you
think
can't
so.
put Fred. Fred gives nothing to the show.
Fred
so
didn't even make a sound today. Fred was not even noticeable that he was there. He could have been asleep the entire time.
I couldn't
All we
believe
know
how
is this is
unessential Fred was, and the two times, right? So you lose Jackie, right? Initially, you'd think Fred would step it up and just a little more repartee and riff a little bit. Nope, just extra step. Artie goes away, even less Fred. So I realized how he's the least essential employee on the entire show. I knew that, especially with from Artie to Fred.
Fred played Fred played like 4 drops this morning. I mean, honestly, and
that's the most you'll ever hear, and that's a lot for him.
But not a word out of him all morning. Like during this, not a word out of him. It's like you figured this would be a time for maybe him to actually even talk.
That's what I'm saying. Every time.
What?
You gotta go. I'm sorry.
Look at Tiger Lily. I love you, Dennis. Tinfoil hat and all. Yeah.
Well, whatever.
All right. Can I play another clip now?
Yes.
So now Howard's just really being pissy and baby and like a child.
No.
So here.
Because maybe it's time I went to another company and built up their subscriber base, and because then they'll appreciate me.
Do you think you can still do that? Like seriously? I mean,
all right. So what company will you go to build up a subscriber base? Who? First of all, everything's podcast now. It's podcast and streaming, and you fail on those miserably. So where are you going? Where
are you doing? Unless you do a podcast / show like we do on YouTube, you don't have a viable format. You can't do what Joe Rogan does. You can't.
No, he's not
go back to terrestrial radio and reinvigorate K-Rock and CBS radio. Go back, right? Wouldn't that be the ultimate badass fucking gangsta move? Go back to terrestrial radio and then show Sirius how it's done. Go back to terrestrial.
Could you imagine this show trying to survive on terrestrial radio? I mean, seriously, could you imagine trying to survive on there?
You know what? Terrestrial radio is free, so people will listen to free, right? I mean,
not this though. Not
this though. It's kind of like watching, reruns of Honeymooners on Channel 11 when you were 12. It's free. It's there.
Don't insult the Honeymooners. That was good shit.
That was good shit. I know. I'm never.
Dennis
like O'Reilly.
Dennis, Monique Lexi, Cedric the Entertainer, Honeymooners better than the Jackie.
That's blasphemy.
So of course, who comes in to save the day, and who comes in to be the meanie? None other than your favorite and mine.
Yes, Marianne.
Oh my God, Howard! For me to start a Monday like this with this Jennifer Witz not having your picture there, Robin, you should have walked out. It's not really a slam against Andy Cohen because I'm on and off with him, but it's a slam against you, Howard. There's even a commercial I see with like.
Well, Marianne, you're wrong. I'm sure Andy Cohen will save this company if they get into trouble. No problem.
He might.
So
he gets bigger every year. He might.
So it continues.
When we signed up here, there were 400,000 subscribers, and XM was beating their ass.
35 million, right?
35 million. And what can I listen? You know, I've known this my whole life.
Bite the hand that feeds you. Where's
That's
Jim
right.
Meyer when
People
we need
forget.
him?
So I learned a new terminology in my 18-hour drive as I was listening to Wall Street Journal podcast, which I highly recommend. It's really good. It's really good. It's only like 18, 20 minutes, and it's always something really prescient. And
Like
I learned a word called they were talking about Netflix, and they were just talking about basically about streaming services. And you know, we all love the fact that we can pick and choose what we stream these days, but when you add it all up, all of a sudden we're getting very close to what we used to pay for cable, right? Because everybody was trying to cut the wire and not pay 175 or whatever ridiculous. And there were all sorts of fees and levies and all sorts of taxes and wire taxes and shit like
They'll
that. Right?
have spin-off streaming. I bet you Netflix is en route to having
here's
a
what's going
spin-off
on.
streaming service. Yeah.
Here's what's going on. Oh, look, Mr. Whiskers is with us.
Hello. Testing, testing.
It's about time. Oh, I just.
Oh, please don't.
No, I'm not. Hold on. I'm just going to lower you just a snurch. You sound much better though. But wait. So
I'm on the Mac now. Fucking.
So they were talking. Hang on.
Nothing,
baby. 1 second. I was just right in the middle of something. So they were talking about how what's going to wind up happening is like Paramount, like Disney, for example. Disney is now bundled with like ESPN, and Hulu and stuff like that. So they're going to start bundling themselves, and then lo and behold, we're back to being like we were with cable. So when they were talking about subscribers and how many subscribers a particular streaming service has, they have a terminology in that sector of business called zombie subscribers. And this is so this is actually interesting when it comes to Sirius, because what a zombie subscriber is, like for argument's sake, you know, when you sign up for, let's say, T-Mobile or buy a new Apple phone and they give you 6 months of Apple Plus for free, right? So let's say 10 million people get Apple Plus for free. Only 7 million or 6 million of those people will actually create a password, sign in, and use the program.
But it counts.
But they still include those people, even though they're not listening, right? So they're called zombies because they just basically lay fallow until the subscription runs out. So
and without the zombie accounts, the company would fold.
Correct. So all these companies can include zombie subscribers because legitimately, hey, you know what? We gave them free streaming. So so I tried to look it up. I couldn't find it anywhere. But yeah, I just learned that from Wall Street Journal.
You tried to look up the term, Monique? It's not anywhere you get
zombie subscriber.
Wow. I bet you Mel can find it.
But the thing is with Sirius, they still have that deal with all the car manufacturers. And people get it and don't ever listen to it, and they get it free for 3 or 6 months, and it's churning. I mean, it's literally churn, and people have it. There are people who have it, don't even listen to it, and like
that's Monique's McAfee virus theory, Dennis. Remember before we went on, I talked to you guys how annoying it was to try to uninstall that from my computer. It was like restarted, and I just couldn't be bothered. And I just left it on there for months and months and months, and McAfee counts that. I'm a zombie subscriber to McAfee virus.
But I mean, but that's the model right now of SiriusXM, and it's a model that's not gonna hold for much longer. I mean,
that's great.
No, you're not paying for the gym. See, here's the whole thing: you're not paying for it. It's something that was given to you for free that you don't even give a shit about, and you don't use it, but they count you as a subscriber.
Like your computer comes with the McAfee virus. You're just going, I don't want that. It's so
I got rid of it instantaneously.
Yeah, it's clutter, and it's just clunky, and it's everywhere. Slows it down.
Right. Subscribers that are not engaged, but they don't even have to sign up. I mean, they don't even have to give you an email address. You can say, I have subscribed this person to an account, and that's it. Yeah. Hi, Xavier. Hi. Thanks for coming.
And to answer in the chat.
I'm on Mac now again. So now Mac is working just fine. And Windows is being a cunt.
Okay. So
I
we're
like
right
what
in the middle.
David writes here, Monique. He writes, the Howard's biggest nightmare is Achilles' heel. Is someone taking his place in the company while he's still alive? He was perfectly floating along, not having to come back, and now he's working against the hermit himself. That's exactly right.
Oh my God! So much more important is the fact that Josh Foster just gave us $19.79.
Why 79?
I love that look tonight. I'm gonna need an OnlyFans tag.
Wow.
And the 79's for Howard's IQ.
You know, I heard the other day that Brent's wife actually gave a blowjob to a paraplegic or something like this, and I was like,
Doing Lord's
okay.
work.
I
Crazy
said,
cabbie.
okay, I'll bite.
Right
I'll
on.
send the link. and somebody
does
had
that
told
work?
me it's Imgur.
She joined
Like,
Club Sped.
While Brent listens to Metallica's One.
I couldn't believe.
Is the guy's
Hey,
it was
you
the
know
guy's
what?
name Bob?
Handy,
It was-
capable people need blowjobs too.
It was
How does it work?
okay. So here's the way it works. So
Professor X needs a blowjob.
Just assume Caitlin is working with this.
It's just basically a rope. I mean,
And then she's like putting it in her mouth, and then it's like this, and then she's putting it, and I'm being generous right now. Hold on, and she's putting it in her mouth, and it's like this. It was just it was horrible. Actually,
Lethal acid.
yeah, that's
the
that's
fact that she
great.
can make money on that is kind of scary. It's just yes, I did see it, Sunflower Dragon.
Did you really? Why would you do that to yourself?
Wow, that's worse than any horror movie you've ever seen in your entire life. That's gonna scar you forever.
It was oh, she blew him to get on the Bubba show. It was grotesque. It was, wasn't it? So was it a paraplegic? What was the person? What was that person? I couldn't
Happy?
really I couldn't
I thought by now Bubba would be blowing it to get on Caitlin's show.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like the Bubba
What
show. It's
show
like,
is what show is that?
Isn't it out of a trailer?
I think it's Twitch, Dennis.
You know what? The details on this are very, 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 very hazy. So, Xavier, what you missed is we talked about Jennifer Witz and how jealous Howard was of the fact that behind Jennifer on her Zoom call was a picture of Andy Cohen, and he was upset that Andy Cohen was behind her and not Howard.
Why would he give a
Cohen?
shit?
He would give a shit.
He's stealing money.
because
Why
he
would
needed
you? Why
something
would you
to
draw
talk
attention to
about
yourself?
Hour. That's why. That's why. So, so let's go on with this little bit. Just a couple of little things.
Why would he
and then we'll get
care?
to the dating show. No, of course nobody. No, of course that's
Don't
the whole
know.
I had a friend who was a production manager that he came in halfway through the show, and he literally all he did was stand outside and smoke cigarettes. He's like, "Dude, I'm stealing money. Nobody knows that I'm fucking. I'm on the payroll basically, except for the guy who's cutting the checks."
But why?
So-
Why is he there? What's his job?
With that, to be a production coordinator, but he had the night shift, so he didn't do dick. But so my point is, Howard is the checks are clearing. Why would he give a fuck? Why draw attention to the fact that you are fucking no longer?
Somebody said
the
that
draw?
earlier. Why, you're a part-time employee, basically. Like, why?
I mean that. Is it part-time?
His
Like, you have to
ego
be there at least
cannot be
50% of the
stroked
time?
enough.
Yeah, cannot.
He is, yeah.
But the real thing is, X, is his likeness and brand. You cannot capriciously, willy-nilly use that anytime you want. You have to pay him extra for it. That's the real issue. They can't, even if it's something
This is
stupid like
true.
a poster. You can't. He's never in those serious commercials because he wants extra. They won't put him in. You see
He
Kevin
hasn't been
Hart.
in a
You
serious
see.
commercial since.
I don't think I've ever
10
seen like
years?
him featured in a serious commercial. Like where
Never.
I'm not talking about
Never.
his picture. I'm talking about him featured. Where
No,
he
remember
actually.
remember that year that he came back from vacation and then he backloaded all those different stars. He had on like a bunch of
That was a
stars.
contract year. That was a
Yeah,
contract
he had
year.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
and all these people. And then in
2016.
January for Christmas, they start saying, listen to all these great interviews that Howard Stern does with this.
Yeah,
and this.
Monique, I think Dennis is right. I think that's going into 2015-16.
Yeah,
and that was
that
the McCartney concert at
Yep.
the Apollo.
Okay, I like that.
No, that's exactly right, Monique. And he had no guests for like 2 months. And then all of a sudden in the same 2 weeks, right before he went on a break, it was like Billy Joel, Robert Downey Jr. You're absolutely right. And somebody else.
And that's the only time. And
Yes.
then they promoted that, and that was it. All right, so let's go to our next clip.
Wait, I'm going to answer Shellback's Club's question. No, that's Beefus because that's the goy. It's wig
Yeah,
free
yeah, right.
and
That's
it's
so
wig
good.
free and goy.
That's
Wig
so
Hey,
free
good.
hey,
and
Dennis.
goy.
That's perfect.
Dennis, why does Montague only have one eye?
Well,
Oh,
because it's with this thing.
because that's Beth.
Don't hurt Montague. He was just trying to save me. Meanwhile, Montague
But
is
I'm
like,
not having a real black ass moment right now. Now leave me alone. All right, so let's go into our next clip, which is the fact that he just needs love
Nice.
and attention, which is just so weird.
God,
I'm
what a
in show
baby.
business. I know what it is. And I got the same problem that she's got. There's a big dark hole in me that says, please love me. That's why I can't bear to see Andy Cohen's picture over Jennifer's shoulder. It's horrible. I don't want siblings. I want all the attention for myself.
Period. And that's the bottom line, my friends. Thank you, Chachachon. And Chaka says, is virtually retired and still pulling in full salary like my retired firefighter friend, but he saved lives. Yeah,
That's right.
The hubris of this at this point with him just absolutely feeling like he actually is entitled to this. I mean,
when has he ever
honestly,
not been entitled?
It was just a way to waste an hour of the show.
Oh,
You-
no.
Literally
I think
was just
honestly,
doing the build up to like Drew Barrymore for 2 hours.
No. Honestly, I think he actually really was twisted because he is such a little baby that any slight
you know
just
what?
sets him off.
This
Yeah.
is like,
He's a baby.
Hey Mo, this is like if Cooper Manning went to the Hall of Fame and said, "How come I'm not in the fucking Hall of Fame, but my two brothers are."
You missed a great analogy before. What was the one that Autobot said, or was
I
it?
think mine's better.
Alice in Chains and Warrant.
Yeah.
Seeing Alice in Chains' poster behind the
No,
music
I think
executive when they
mine's
were doing the
better.
transition to grunge music.
I think mine analogy is better.
What?
This is Cooper Manning bitching about
No,
not
it's
being in the
really
Hall of
not
Fame.
because it's Howard Stern. It's not Cooper Manning. It's
No, but
you know,
that's what I'm
even bigger,
saying. Is
baby.
he wants the accolades now without doing any of the fucking work. That's the whole
Of
point.
course.
He wants the money and the accolades with that. He's always said, "I love the announcement, but I don't want to do the work." I mean, that's the only honest thing he's ever said.
So, of course, here comes a caller that basically will tell us all what will happen to Sirius.
The truth is, though, when you do leave, though, like we all know how many customers they'll lose, and then the station might crumble. And I love Andy, but it's even sad for Andy when that all happens. You know? Like,
Yeah, I mean, Andy.
Which intern is this?
This is not a knock against Andy. It's it could have been a.
We're not
it could have been
starting a war with Andy. Andy didn't do anything.
Because you wouldn't have any guests if we didn't book him for you.
Who's the we? Since when are you part of this?
Yeah, she is so full of herself. She thinks it's a we. No, it isn't we, white man. You're just there to be, the deflection.
She's
You
an
have
employee.
no
She's
say.
an employee.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
the
You're
Howard
an
Stern show. It's
employee.
not the
No,
Howard
no,
and
no.
Robin, super fun power hour. It's the Howard Stern show. And it always will be.
God, you sound like Hate Woman on that, Monique. Remember Hate Man and Hate Woman? She would call in and go, "Is this the Howard Stern show or is this the fucking Robin Quivers show? Nobody wants to hear you speak, Robin." God, Monique, you sounded just like Hate Woman.
And Xavier, they're not interns. They're what are they, production assistants now. Remember,
Copyright.
they can't be an intern.
Shane saying Arch Manning going to be a bust.
Archie Manning. That's the father, Monique. He used to play for the Saints and Oilers.
I know who Archie Manning is.
Oh, you do? Seriously.
Ooh.
You are an above average sports fan for abroad. I'll say it.
I'm really
dying
not.
day. How would you
I'm-
know who Archie Manning was then?
Because how can you not know who Archie Manning is?
Because he's an obscure quarterback. He wasn't even popular when he played.
He's father
he
of the same
wasn't.
quarterback.
He was giving out an award to Peyton, I think, a couple of years ago, and it was like a whole thing about Archie Manning. So that's the
Okay.
only.
I'm just
Plus,
impressed you remember that.
I mean, like Archie is really kind of rare in this world, so you
The
kind
name
of
Archie, yeah, that's true.
remember
Not
it.
a lot of Archies. You're right. Not enough Archies in this world.
Okay.
I do
You're
happen to know that the Giants and the Jets have a combined like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like 12 and 2.
Oh, my Chuck Muncie.
I have a
over here.
question for you guys.
Sure.
I have a
love
question
Chuck
for you
Muncie.
guys. Does anybody remember when Carson Daly's show went off air on NBC?
No.
1:30 show.
No.
That's exactly what's going to happen when the day
Yeah,
is no longer on there.
Yeah, I know.
Literally,
the Carson
it'll
Daly
be a couple
goodbye
weeks
party.
before, like, hey, wasn't Howard on? What happened?
So
Literally, he'll get the Carson Daly treatment.
in the thread, like they were trying to figure. I'm figuring maybe 10,000 people are listening. Maybe. I mean, on a good
They'll
day.
never know. They'll never tell you
I
anything.
know, but I think it's
Here's
that
the way I
low.
see it playing out. You ready? So the contract ends. Howard leaves. The show goes into replays. Let's go with, right? Let's say they, stick to maybe like 2 or 3 years of replays. I guarantee you that 65% of the people that listen to the Stern Show won't even realize it's replays.
That's
Like
right.
Yeah.
it's
Oh, they're
such
nerds.
evergreen radio that there's
Sorry.
nothing topical or conversation, and they'll be like, Hurricane Ian, wasn't that in 2000?
I have to. All right.
You'll have
I'm
no
gonna
idea.
admit this.
Yeah.
I have a my friend's wife. It still listens to the show and actually likes it, and actually said to me, "Wait, this is great." Actually said to me, "Oh, he always took summers off." No, he didn't. I actually literally went, "No, he didn't."
No, he
That was this year.
Yeah, she's
Not even close.
nothing against your
Oh,
friend
last year.
Dennis, but she's just missing it.
Yeah,
she's one of those
exactly.
people that she's just something
It's just
missing.
there in the background.
But yeah, and the observational, she just doesn't have that kind of cynicism that
You know what it
she's
is,
just
though?
missing it.
Listen, he's always taken a lot of vacation, and so that's never been a thing. He's always taken vacation, and
Yeah,
we've
but the
looked
whole
forward
summer
to
was
him.
never a thing.
I know, but we loved him so much that even if he took off 2 weeks,
Right.
we'd be so despondent
Yeah.
This
without
was a long
our
time ago, though.
without our morning coffee, without our
And-
caffeine boost in the fucking morning, that it would seem like it was
To
forever.
answer a question in the chat, no, Archie Manning played for the Saints.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't play for Tampa.
No,
He said he played for
Thankfully-
Tampa.
What?
That Monique
sorry.
didn't say he played for Tampa. She never
No,
said
no.
that.
He there was a question. No, because I
Okay.
live in Tampa. The no, he thankfully was not on that horrible team. He was just on the horrible Saints.
Do you
I
guys
love
remember?
college football, by the way, how amazing was it that Tennessee beat Alabama? Was it last weekend?
It is pretty
Yeah,
amazing,
last
especially when
weekend.
they took the goalpost and threw them in Tennessee River.
I love that. I thought that was the most
That
amazing
was the
thing I ever
funniest shit
saw.
ever.
I love kids. I love college football. It's so much more fun than regular football. Multimillionaires just throwing a fucking ball around can be kind of boring. Not gonna lie.
Oh, Steve the Bird gets
Um,
correct. Poor bastard.
As
Okay, so
opposed to multimillionaire head coaches.
Should we?
That
with
is
the
true.
kids making
Also,
$5 a day.
Yeah, exactly. And isn't allowed
Well-
to eat 2 things of spaghetti at the commissary
Without
because
getting an
No.
NCAA
Yeah,
violation.
it's
No,
so
I've-
crazy.
I've heard a lot of stories from boosters. Those kids, they sometimes, let's just say they would get bonuses.
They do.
As they should. I'm glad as they should.
though. I mean,
I know.
they're making $1 billion for fucking somebody. Might as well get
Tell me
some
when
fucking
it's-
Exactly.
cup
You
of
tell
noodles.
me when
Kinda
it's
like-
fair that they can use your likeness in a fucking video game without
Yes.
you getting paid for it.
Yep.
It's absolutely fucking
I
That's
know
gonna
a
end
dude
soon.
who was
That's
who
gonna
was a
end very
video
soon.
game. He's in a video game. He didn't even know he was in a video game because he played fucking college ball.
Yes,
Right.
of course.
Like he literally didn't know for like forever. And I was like,
And the
damn, wow.
endowments that some of these fucking colleges have are mind
They
boggling.
literally
And yet they
sign
just
away
keep
their
raising the price
existence.
every single fucking year. I mean, it's just psychotic to me that all roads lead to $50,000-$60,000 a year. for
Oh,
these
it's more than
fucking
that, Mooney. It's
schools.
up to
And they
grand
have
now.
millions and millions and millions of
Billions,
dollars.
bro.
in endowments.
Billions. B. with a B.
Yes, I mean it's just
in boy.
insanity. So fuck you if you don't pay these fucking kids. Cunts.
Yeah.
Hate you all. See my-
You gotta love like the big. Oh, it's gonna ruin college football. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
But
You're
you're already
getting a check
getting
right
paid,
now.
don't worry.
Shut the fuck
Hey,
up.
they're getting a free education, but you know what?
No,
They're
no,
working
no,
their
no, no.
asses off.
Yeah,
They're
okay.
getting more than
Their
that.
asses off for that
Slow
free
down.
You know that.
Yeah,
I think you're
okay.
just getting
Okay.
Constantly
just-
traveling, constantly having to work out and play and do all this shit. They don't get to really go to
No.
class. Let's be honest.
No.
These
And
kids
they
don't
get free
go to class.
CTE.
You wonder why they all sound like what's the guy running down in Georgia? Herschel Walker.
Yeah.
Seriously, they're all like fucking knocked in the head. They're like a little too much.
Hey, coach, what you doing at the prom?
Okay, so let's move on. I need to move on to the Yoda origin story.
oh, this is great.
So we all know that Yoda's dying right now, right? I mean, we all, I think Uncle Larry made us aware
F
of that.
Yoda.
Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and
Yeah.
prayers.
F Yoda.
Radio Gunk made
Nah,
us.
you know what? The cat has got It's not. It's
I don't
fault.
care. F Timmy, F Yoda.
Nah, I
If
can't.
there's any
I
evidence
can't hate
of
on a
the
cat for being a cat. It's not his
Oh no,
fault.
hate the
He-
cat.
Cat's
It's just
fault.
them.
like fucking
Listen, you know
Stockholm
what?
syndrome.
They poured a shit ton of money into keeping that cat alive, and so it worked. and
No, it
so
was magic.
It was
It
magic.
was
kittens.
love.
Her
love.
heart,
He
her
had
heart
his
says.
heart.
Let's hear the origin story.
And now
then we
this
can
morning
come back
she's
to it.
shoving shit into its mouth.
We're getting there. Let me play the origin story. Damn it!
Grogu just died. My little
I forgot Grogu died. What happened to Grogu? Anybody know?
Don't know.
He outlived his usefulness.
Wasn't
Yeah,
Grogu
exactly.
a Persian as well?
Yes, he was a Persian, a purebred. Yeah, purebred Persian. Imagine that. Wow.
Chaka, you know the answer to this question, Chaka. What happened to Grogu? Somebody needs to know this. I'm pretty sure
I
that
actually
you guys
missed
know
it.
this. Okay, let me just finish the clip then. Hang on.
miracle cat there. Yoda was our miracle cat. This Yoda
Yes.
cat
Was
came into our lives. Beth wrote 2 books about it. Yoda, children's
did.
book. Yoda was given to us. They said to us, the cat's got 2-3 weeks to live. The cat has a horrible heart condition, has been abused, blah, 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 has no will to live. So when we got the cat, we said, we're not going to adopt him out to anyone who wants.
Listen to this story, though. Just listen
It's
to the
such
rest of this. Hang on.
bullshit.
You're going to come back and tell us all about it. Just hang on.
A cat for 2 or 3 weeks. We got a shoebox. We were going to throw him
Shoebox.
in there once he dropped
Throw him
dead.
in there once he dropped
And we
dead.
had a plan. He was the sweetest guy. And we
That's
cleaned him
all
up and we started to feed him good food. And then he started taking care of the other kittens. It turns out he loves other kittens. He was a cat, but he loved to take care of kittens and chase them
Was?
around and sort of show them the ropes.
Great
Why does he
story.
keep
Well, this
saying was?
cat, who was supposed to live for 3 more weeks, been with us for 7 years.
Howie Brasco.
Okay.
Harry
What do you
Brasco.
want to say to us, Dennis?
So, all right. So the real origin story of Yoda is that he had a sad heart, as Beefus said in a
Yes.
post, and that helping the kittens cured his sad heart. That he didn't need his medication anymore. He was not going to die in 2 to 3 weeks. It was never said that way, and that it actually claimed that Yoda walked around on his back legs to yes, that is a fact to actually
Like
wrangle
Tom and
the
Jerry.
kittens. So Yoda
Thomas!
walked around, and that Yoda was the reincarnation of the bulldog
Bianca. Six
Bianca.
Bianca.
Beefus
So
said
Bianca's trying to
this
get
stuff.
away again.
I created a tattoo for Yoda because he's going to be dead soon, and also we're going to
You
have
guys are
a Yoda
horrible.
rest. We're going to have the best. We're going to have the best Yoda rest in peace show you have ever seen.
Good, because
I
F
already
Yoda.
have the
I don't want the
downloads.
bad juju.
I'm ready for it. This is no.
I don't
This
want
is
bad
good. This
juju.
is good.
All
This
right.
is good remembrance of Yoda, not
Howard
bad.
Howard ripped on Jackie's cat Timmy for getting
I
hit
know,
by a
Timmy.
car.
Oh,
and
we
I'll
know.
never
We
forgive
know.
him for that.
How about the
So-
irony, Dennis, of 2 sociopaths diagnosing a broken heart?
A broken heart. He had a broken heart.
Right?
I know.
Is there any worse people to diagnose a broken heart than
I
Howard?
asked
The skeleton
my
twins.
wife if she has ever had to cure a cat with a broken heart by giving a kitten. And no, it never,
No.
never happened that way.
Canada says Grogu died because he reached a charitable limit for tax deduction.
Classic
Right?
Canada.
They can no longer deduct for Google. You gotta
If
go.
there isn't any more evidence of her basic bitch Arrested Development, it's the names of these cats as well. I mean, what do we got?
Well-
what are the names of these cats at this point?
It's all food,
Well,
whatever. Who
it's
cares?
all food. It's all right.
Chartreuse, or the
fucking
chartreuse.
food.
What's the chartreuse's name? The fucking Helen Rose, because that's
Right,
Howard's
right, right.
name.
Oh,
That's
fat
Helen
Helen
and-
Rose, which they way overfeed, by the way.
Oh, that
It's
cat
really,
is
it's just
rotund.
sad. It's just
That's
sad. Helen Rose
rotund.
is like
That's
a
like-
chunk of monkey.
She's
Um,
not long for this world. I hate to
Sarah
say that,
McLachlan
but
music.
Let's just finish with Yoda real quick. Here we go.
Yoder.
We gave him steroids and some other thing that
Steroids.
appetite. He was eating up a storm this morning, but
Oh, I'm sorry. He was eating up a storm. Let's see how that looked.
Yeah, this is fun. He's eating up a
Let's
storm.
see. Let's see him getting his meds and
Time
eating
for
up.
his steroids to keep him comfortable.
Oh,
Jesus Christ. What a fucking
God, this is painful to watch.
it is. It really I'm not down with fucking animal cruelty shit, man.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
I think the cat's getting stupider is my problem being in the house with them. Like,
Dude,
This is
there
what
are
they're
so many-
recording. Like they are recording this because this
recording
is
it.
very
no,
important.
you know what? You know what's fucked up? You know what's fucked up? That cat has been completely MIA off the Instagram for like a couple of years now. And
Yeah.
now that's done. It's now they're gonna just milk
Its usefulness.
the last
Exactly. It's,
attention
Yeah.
from that fucking. All of a sudden,
Yeah.
like all of a sudden, like Yoda's the fucking Tin Man, fucking singing "If I Only Had a Heart," you know.
It's
yeah.
no different than people on
And
Facebook
just
using their
because
kids for
I'm
attention.
presuming that I could be kind of human if I only
There are
had a
better
heart.
ways. There are better ways to give cats steroids than that. That was just rough. I mean, seriously, if you even give a steroid pill, it's quick because you go in there, put it in, blow in their mouth, they swallow it, and they get the steroid.
Get
But
him from
doing
Jose
the-
Canseco like everybody else, right, Dennis?
Well, do it in the ass. Oh,
In the
but no,
ass.
but the
Come on, Franco, we're gonna shoot his guys up in the
that is just the
ass.
most. That cat is just like it doesn't feel well, and now you're just like
You're making it
manhandling it.
You know what?
Yeah.
Fucking, it's fucked up because if this is legit, that it's only got, they should really consider just putting it out of his misery. Because
Exactly.
what the fuck are you doing?
because
fucking
this
thing
is
is
how
suffering.
they
It's fucked up.
look at what he's doing with his parents. For God's sakes, Ray should
Stretching
probably
it out. Stretch it
Parents,
out.
man.
out at this
His parents had a
point.
fucking say in the matter. The cat doesn't have a fucking say in the matter.
This is
No,
the
they didn't, not
Buffalo
the
brand,
end.
guys. This is Beth's job. This is the paper trail. This is what she has.
Saving
to do.
lives.
Cunt,
This
dude.
is the brand. This is
This
all
is
part of the Buffalo
fucking-
brand.
What
Don't ever
is
lose
wrong
track
with
of
her,
this.
dude?
This Instagram
Seriously.
is. That's her job.
See,
is this
you know
Instagram.
what? I tell people that I care about, don't believe your own fucking hype. This bitch fucking thinks she's fucking Florence Nightingale of fucking cats, and fucking this poor fucking thing. It's
Cursing,
in
cursing,
misery.
cursing.
Oh, sorry. It just
Beefus
pisses me
brings it
off.
out in people.
It's just
Sorry.
I'm sorry. It
She
just pisses
does.
me off. Dude. This is legit. Like put the poor bastard down. You know. I'm sorry.
I mean, that cat is suffering. I mean, seriously, that
if
cat
this is true,
Wait,
you know what? Go ahead.
My favorite part is that cat lost 3 pounds, and Beefus
lot.
didn't notice till it lost the 3 pounds. Like, really?
lose 15 more, Dennis.
How do you not notice?
Even though the
that?
other one's feeding
Thank
it.
you. He's got laser pointer.
lose a
pointing
little
at the fucking-
5.
yeah.
Laser pointer.
Dude, it's just, you know,
Too
what?
heavy.
I know fucking the Stern Show people listen to this. Put the cat to sleep. Come on.
Put
If
Howard to
you're-
sleep.
It's
if
time to
you're
go to
sincere
Rainbow Bridge.
about what's
You know,
going
it's
on.
easier said than done. We always think of
I
that.
know, but
It's gonna be like
There's
it's gonna
a
be like
time.
Bianca. Like Bianca just was left to just linger in its own misery forever until it finally just died. That's not cool,
Okay, you're
dude.
so right. Plus, he's been sick for years, but they keep prolonging his miserable life. You can't euthanize your mom, but you can a cat. You know what? I'm gonna say it's easier said than done for pretty much everyone.
I went
including
through this
those
earlier this year,
narcissistic
and it
bastards.
blows. But you do it because that's
But
the
there's a
right thing to
time
do.
Because it's
where
the
it's
right
just-
thing.
it's
It's
just
the
too
right thing.
much. The animal is suffering, and all you're doing is making it in pain. And
So
you
what
just
is
can't.
what is she
I
doing? She
can't live
also
with that.
Shoving food into its mouth. I mean, what else is she?
Yeah, that's and not only that, why are you filming that?
I know.
You
it's
know
just-
what? If you want
I
to film
don't need
yourself,
to see
you know,
that.
film yourself petting its head. You're putting it in peace.
Yeah.
And
It's like people that have those
accolade.
GoFundMes and they
She's
show
such
you
a
like their
thirsty-
dying parent in like the ICU with like all the
She's so thirsty, dude.
coming out of them, and it's like nobody needs to see that shit. Honestly, nobody.
Monique, what was the term for when anorexics make everybody else eat around them, where they're constantly having parties and serving food, but they themselves, their
Oh.
goal is to make everybody fat around. What's the term again with cats where they're feeding the
called
cat because they just
asshole.
there's some kind of
Well, I don't know. It's like Italian mothers. You know, they all want
Right.
their kids to keep
Oh, you're
eating.
so skinny. You need to eat
Right,
the
right,
meatball.
right.
Have some pasta fasul.
Bunch of Vito, eat.
Eat.
Oh,
You're skinny. You need
The
to
classic
eat.
trope for any Italian movie or show is always like this Zoftic, mother with the fucking tits that are out to here. Oh, eat, Vinny, eat,
Yeah.
skinny, eat.
God, I'm getting
You guys
flashbacks
never
going to
had
my
a
aunt's
Mexican
house.
mother. She would stand outside the window with fake snow. Ay, última vez que hago esto para ti, todo el día está haciendo esto y no te vas a comer.
Wait a second. So
Okay,
3
I'll eat it.
pounds, as G. Canada is saying, is about a third of the cat's total weight. It's like a person going from 150 pounds to 100 pounds and nobody noticing.
That's
Right.
hot.
And allegedly,
So-
allegedly,
Yoda's
Howard.
on Ozempic.
Wow.
Things are getting clearer.
The worst part
Allegedly,
is when
Howard brushes his cat every day. If you
Every
brush
day.
his cat every
With the
day,
never
you
done a
notice
day's
Give me
work,
a
his
break, it's not
hands,
brush, it's
no
bullshit.
calluses.
Every day. Every day.
You know when they noticed something was wrong is when the dog when he kept on ordering Uber Eats instead of DoorDash.
Exactly. No, DoorDash. Exactly. Exactly. All right, I'm going to move on a
Why
little
is
bit.
Yoda using Uber Eats?
We,
Oh my God,
we
there's
had a
something
little
wrong with him.
discussion. We had a little discussion about
Yoda,
Tom
I'm
Brady.
ordering DoorDash.
Okay, guys, stop, let's eat. We're going to talk about Tom Brady just for like a really quick second. So, two little clips I found interesting. And he's talking about, obviously, we all know that Tom lost on Sunday. I'm not going to lie.
Well,
I
he
was-
didn't lose. The Bucks lost because they don't have a defense.
Whatever. Tom lost. Okay, let's just call it
Whatever.
And
Hey, you knew
Bill
things
Cox
too if
lost.
Antonio Brown was banging your wife. You see that Dubai video?
Oh
He's
my
got
God,
like a
that's amazing.
He's got like a 10-foot snake between his legs, dude. Giselle hasn't felt Tom in years. All of a sudden, like, woo! He's hitting the spot.
Hello. Okay, so so here's Howard's feelings on Tom because he thinks he should go out and date. So he says this.
Oh,
Now, who should Tom Brady date? He can get anybody. Who should he be with?
Who's
I'm
the
not going
girl?
to. I don't even want to meet my wife. He'll take her away. I don't want that. But
Really?
Emily
You-
Stern.
No, I think not.
That's who we should date.
Should
Emily
we,
Stern.
should we compare Beth to Giselle? I mean, should we?
Oh,
Should we?
bro, come on.
They're not even saying
come
species. What are you
on.
talking about?
Like a freaking McLaren versus a Ford Escort, bro.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's
Just happen to
not
have
even the same
tires.
sport.
So I want you to listen to this next clip really closely because
Okay.
Robin gets really upset about this whole Tom and Giselle thing and tell me that she's not projecting a little bit about Howard and Beth. So you tell me, you be the judge of what she says here. Here we go.
Okay.
he might have made certain promises to her. Hey, honey, one more season, and then it's our time. We're going to
Yes,
travel.
but
We're going to be
because
together.
of the nagging. You know, he's trying to get out of the house and go play this football game. And she's like, come on, come on, come on. You got to give it up. I need you here. Blah, 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 blah.
So she's so,
Mm.
and then
That's who I
he
want
says,
relationship advice from.
yeah, and then he
And
says,
parenting.
Yeah.
we said that when I was on AGT too, that I was just going to stop doing it because it was just too much, and I could really understand that, and Robin couldn't understand that, like she couldn't understand that somebody would want to retire and not be a part, and so she's projecting what Howard should be doing about not retiring.
So I mean, Robin giving like relationship advice is like me like giving high diving advice. I mean, it just
I've been meaning to ask you.
yeah, I know. I mean, it is absolutely hilarious. I mean, her projecting that was insane this morning. I'm like, she has no room to talk,
No.
and honestly, should really stay quiet on these subjects.
Well,
Doesn't
it's
stop
lit-
Oprah, Dennis. Doesn't stop Robin.
But
Right?
Oprah at
You know-
least
Her whole
has-
show's been. I know, but it's based around like, let me give advice to married people with kids,
But
and I have
Oprah at
neither,
least has
nor
a
can I
long
maintain.
time partner. You
Which
know,
one, the
Robin
chick or the
is
dude?
nobody. Let's be honest.
You know what? She actually she's lucky. She gets to wear two hats and have like an awesome bestie and some dude that she can like tote around.
Fist,
with
fist,
her.
fist, fist.
Triple Lindy.
You know,
Rodney
like
Dangerfield
I,
back to
I was
school.
kind of expecting the clip to say, "Well, why isn't Tom playing the games from home?" Robin?
Exactly. Yeah, sorry, can't zoom that ball.
You should make Tampa Bay play all their games in his backyard
on Zoom. On Zoom.
on Zoom.
On Zoom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly right. Just
Okay,
have
so
the backup quarterback with an iPad on his head. Tom can just virtually.
I want to get onto the dating game. So yeah, this was really,
I'm
really
having
horrible.
computer problems again.
No, you're not.
I had to listen to 2 hours of this. So yes,
I
we're
did
going
too. I did too.
2 hours.
So I want to introduce the
dumber.
contestants to you. And of course, Beth is so proud of herself because 2 of these contestants are from her. So let us introduce the
Yeah.
players to this game. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Contestant
Wow.
number 1. Hold on, let me get rid of this clip up
So
there.
masculine.
Contestant number 1 is named Josh
Look at that
Reed.
hat. Can we
And
see the hat
Josh-
picture, please?
Yeah, of course you
Put the hat-
can.
Click
Here.
on the hat picture. We got to see this.
Sure,
you're
sure,
right.
sure,
There's no
sure.
way he doesn't know the touch of a man.
Exactly. That's what I would
Seems to be
say.
seems to be his signature look.
Look at
I
that.
think.
Hello, Frisco.
Hello,
Dude.
Frisco.
Isn't that the hat that Charles Nelson Riley used to ride around in
Yum.
HR Puff and stuff?
He seems
Yum.
he seems to be very fond of just a little fond of the hat. So apparently he's a personal friend. Oh, look at the sexy look. So apparently he's a
His
personal
boyfriend
friend
loves it.
of Howard and Beth. And he did a song that
It was
was given
awful.
to North Shore Animal League, and all the proceeds from it went to help
This is
Beard.
amazing.
Beard.
cats or
Beard.
some shit like that. So that's Joshua Reid, and I'm trying to think if she said anything while he was on.
Well, they played the music. Do you have
Here
the
we go,
clip
here
of
we go,
him
here we go.
crying?
Hang on. Okay, I didn't play the music because we don't want to get in trouble. But after
let's not do that.
after the music stops,
It's
I'm gonna
about-
cry.
I know.
'cause we're losing one of our pets.
Beth
Oh,
Strionic,
you
Beth
are
Strionic.
telling us.
Yep.
He
Just
told the
telling
story of
us
Yoda.
about Yoda. I'm very
Yoda.
sorry.
I'm sorry.
He
Beth
killed you,
Strionic.
right?
Yeah.
Because you think of Yoda. Because
the way he explains it is so
Yeah.
bizarre to me. Let's just
Buckle
listen to
script.
this a little bit. Yeah.
you were lost, and when we found you,
Mm.
it hits every
What?
every nerve with us. That beautiful song, Josh.
Yeah, so he did some song about pets or some shit.
It was
like-
horrible. It was
Horrible.
literally horrible song.
horrible. Okay, let us go to
The
contestant.
best part of that, though, he said that he gave all the proceeds to North Carolina League, so all $20.
And then Beth said, "Yeah, and we got
Exactly.
like thousands of dollars
Tens of dollars.
from it." Oh, greetings, Mr. Gavinelli.
Yes.
How are you?
Ah.
How are you, Bobby? How are you?
I love Casey
Nice to
confirming
see
that
you.
How are
Howard
you?
kept all the
How
proceeds
are
from
you,
9/11
Bobby?
fund.
How are you, Bobby? Okay.
Bobby.
Let's go to guest okay, here.
Contestant number 2.
The second guy is a multi-hyphenate actor, singer, who
Mm.
stars in Tony-winning Broadway
Oh.
productions.
Hello, Frisco.
Who Beth went on dates with.
Great guy.
You should have heard her all.
butt.
Oh, I can't wait to see him.
Well, those two. I can't
Yeah.
wait to see both.
Let's
Can't
do
find
the-
the right woman.
Can I just do the Beth noise real quick? You tell me that this guy doesn't look like somebody drew fucking Ricky Gervais by memory.
Yeah,
Remember,
yeah, that's
exactly.
exactly right. Yep.
So this is the man of her dreams. This is a guy that she can't stop talking about.
What a thespian. I can't recognize him in the bottom left. What a chameleon.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so obviously in his younger years, and
Right on. Good
here's
for him.
Clark Thorell. He looks like he could play that yuppie killer.
Charles Nelson Riley.
No, oh,
He looks like if they ever did a reboot of Family Ties, he would be he'd be a ringer for one of the roles.
Jesus Christ. So yeah, this is he looks a little bit like a drunk. He looks like he should be like at Runyon's, John.
Always at the end of Clancy's bar.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Well,
I
his
mean,
career is going so well. I guess he is.
Yeah, exactly. So okay, so that was contestant number 2. And then let me see if I have a
This
clip
winner.
about that. Hold on a second.
The third winner up.
Hold on. Yeah, so here's Howard being a little upset about how jealous he is about Ricky Gervais. Hang on a second. I'm trying to do too many things at the same
Who
time.
does the downs?
Clark is a very accomplished actor, musician himself, and singer on Broadway. He's done it all, including dated my wife, which is really fucked up. All right, Clark? And boy, you should hear how she talks about you. I said to her last night, I go, why the fuck didn't you marry Clark? I mean, you're talking about this guy like he's Jesus.
Because Clark still lives in a studio apartment on a
Exactly.
queen bed. And
Yes.
that wasn't really the life that we set out for you.
He was, remember, he was one of the pinballs in Tommy. I mean, you know, that's I mean, he really.
Here he is at a
pinball.
Here he is. Oh, here he is. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there we go.
There we
Hello,
go.
Frisco.
Hello.
Wow.
Even on my favorite table, he
Wow,
just beat my best. His disciples bring him in, and he just.
This is from ABBA, I think.
Yeah.
This looks like it might be from.
Look at those heels.
Yeah,
is
this
he supposed to be the pinball wizard? Because that's the
no, I
pinball
don't.
wizard
I
had huge
think this is from ABBA. I remember
ABBA.
at the
That's
end
ABBA.
of whatever the name of that stupid show was.
Mamma Mia. It was Mamma
Mamma
Mia.
Mia.
I've seen
Oh,
it.
see,
You've
look
seen
at
it
that! Look at
too.
that! Look how fucking
We've all
good I
seen
am.
it.
Mamma Mia at the Winter Garden Theater curtain call.
This is why New York is so crowded. Clark Thorell on Broadway. This is why Times Square is so congested. Just when you thought, you see these lines, it's Clark Thorell on Broadway. That puts ass in the seats.
Let's listen to this little dig about how she met Clark Thorell.
You should be with Clark.
I met Clark when he was in Tommy on Broadway.
Yes.
And he was one of the pinball guys.
A pinball guy.
What?
Okay, hang on. She's continue.
And right away, he was the one that everybody was just fawning over after the show. So that was when I first met Clark.
Clark was in the show comedy.
Yes.
Listen.
And in other words, after the show, these gold diggers who hang out outside.
Sweet theater goers were smitten with Clark.
And everyone wanted Clark.
Yes.
Everyone wanted Clark.
Right. All
I'm
the
a Clarkophile.
She apparently was dating somebody else in the Tommy.
Of course she
world.
was.
Of course.
Right. So she was waiting outside for the guys to come out of the show. Like some teeny bopper from fucking Wisconsin who just came into Broadway to see fucking Harry Potter and is waiting for the incredibly gay dude who plays him to come out and doesn't even realize it's him because he doesn't have the stupid wig or the fucking glasses on. You asshole. All right.
So he did the Elton John part, right? Is that my?
Absolutely.
Don't know. One of the pinball guys. Yeah. But
wait,
according
there's
to
only one pinball guy.
one pinball guy.
Is Elton John? He's technically what, the pinball wizard, whatever.
Pinball guy.
He sings a song. Yeah.
He looks like every drunk wasp at the bar. He
Yes.
does.
doesn't
Yes.
He's got that.
The Blarney Stone at 3 a.m.
Stone
You know-
right? 2 steps away from being like the drunk guy who tries to squeeze your tit as you walk by. That's literally
Well,
who he
I
is.
think guys
Nice
ask,
match,
but
by
that's
the
not
way,
me.
on that. Nice match.
Oh, the
Okay.
green with the pink? Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So then, of course, Howard asks, "Oh, interesting. Look at it must be his signature look. So look at Clark Thorell right here with his
Yes.
gingham shirt and his ugly green tie, and
Yes.
then let's look at Clark
Oh,
with a purple
sake.
ugly shirt with the same ugly green
Oh,
tie. He must
Christ.
only have like 3
Okay,
ties.
can we get on to the dating portion of it? Because we're
Oh,
still.
I mean,
one
God-
second, just 1 second. One more thing.
Jesus.
So Howard
That's the kind of guy I am.
Howard asks her if they've ever had sex. And this is the way Beth answers it because all 14-year-olds would answer the question like this.
Clark, did you ever sleep over? Did we ever have a slumber party? No.
No.
I used to go over to.
Did we ever have a slumber party?
Party.
Did we ever have a slumber
Really?
party? Clark?
his apartment and hang out with his cat.
All right.
Loved his cat.
Uh-huh. Yeah, sure.
At that point.
Yeah. it was awesome.
Listen to him. He's got the personality of literally like my.
He literally used Beth
Mhm.
like a penis spittoon.
I don't
That's
think
right,
so. I think
everyone. That's a
beard.
50-year-old woman you just heard that audio. That's a 50-year-old woman.
Mhm.
Not Debbie Gibson at 14. That's a
So wait,
50-year-old
so
woman.
I'm
Let's
just my
continue. Let's
takeaway is that she just blew him then?
Well, they didn't have a slumber party.
Oh.
So she just blew
Do
him.
you remember, Clark, the one
Yeah.
time we went out to dinner and we went back to your apartment and somebody had gone to your apartment and stole your computer and completely fleeced your apartment?
Oh my gosh.
Do you remember that?
It was
No,
Ralph.
no, he didn't.
Oh, that was a great memory I brought up. I just remember how horrible it was.
Oh,
Her
was Ralph.
voice, her voice can be best described as brie cheese being sucked into a jet engine.
oh my God. And he's like Ambien. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, between the two of them, it's painful radio. You know, the thing is, as Monsoon says, and it proves it right there, it was a dinner and a blowjob date. So there it is.
100%.
100%.
100%. Yeah.
Paid by the hour.
Prince Valiant says. See Valiant.
Apartment. I used to just hang out at your apartment and go look at it.
Yeah.
It makes Greg Allman sound like Pat Cooper.
Okay, so just to move this fucking show along, contestant number 3.
Winner.
Do you think a Blunkin was on the table?
No Blumpkins on the table. I never even knew
That's
that.
extra.
Oh my God, what the hell?
That was
Okay,
extra.
Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez is a MMA fighter.
He looks like the keep on trucking guy.
Oh my God. Please pull that up, someone. Please pull that up for me right now.
Or the Kilroy was here. Or keep on trucking, one of those two dudes.
So
I don't know. It looks
and
like
it took
I should
us a
pay him
while
outside
to
of
find him, and I find
Home
it
Depot.
incredibly bizarre that they would pick. First off, he's an MMA guy, which means 5'7",
Yeah.
right? And so he teaches kids how to MMA fight at some club in Williamsburg. Okay, this is what I got. This is all, and he's hard to find any information on. So
Impossible.
how does a Diego Lopez A get a hold of the Stern Show? B
Yes.
be the one, and as we quote, Howard said there were doctors and lawyers and actors and CFOs and producers and all sorts of shit vying for this position. Yet you choose Diego Lopez.
2 points.
Diego Lopez looks like he's had a perpetual hard-on for the last 6 years. He looks like if Michael Rappaport was a mini ginger, and I don't understand how he's a person in this stratosphere. How?
Allegedly, Gary, this is one of Gary's picks. That's literally the preamble.
Hello.
And so first of all, I don't know how this guy came out ahead of anyone, because I don't know if you have a clip of him that he lives with roommates. He's 35 years old and has roommates. Not a roommate. Roommates.
It shows that Drew's not a gold digger. She's slumming it. She's not
It doesn't
afraid
matter.
to date a regular guy. She's not interested. It makes her look like a regular gal who wants to. She's not interested in anybody's money.
Talking about being a regular guy. This guy's barely an adult. I mean, he lives with roommates.
You might as well be in a college dorm, for God's sake.
Exactly. I mean, good God.
Christ. Holy shit. So how do you choose him? This is what I want to know. How
I
do you
have
choose
no
him?
idea.
Jewish Adam Levine. That's so cute. As if Adam Levine isn't Jewish.
Yeah, exactly. It's just an Adam Levine.
Yes, Rip Rappaport. That's who he looks like. Rip Rappaport. So yeah, apparently this is what he does for a living. And but there's also somebody else.
Wait, that's what I thought you were gonna say he's gay for play.
Well, that too. But no.
But
how do you choose this guy? Tell me how you chose this guy.
He knows the ground.
Shellback's Club. Wait, Shellback's Club. Mary said he was great in bed.
And look at the picture.
How does the Stern Show choose him, or how does Drew choose him?
Oh my God!
Look at that's his room. I bet you that's his room. Look at his room with his cute little IKEA dresser. Oh, he's so cute, Diego. So cute.
What would make him any worse than the staff he has that has roommates? Why would he be any if they use a staff member?
He's a little mini man. He's so cute.
He's a mini man that
You're so elitist on here.
He's so cute. He's so cute.
Yeah. He's friends with Dorothy. Definitely friends with Dorothy.
I don't know. You know what I think?
I think so.
I don't know
Listen
enough.
to him talk. He's friends with Dorothy.
This is how eccentric Drew is. She could choose a guy like that. That's the whole mentality.
Because Drew is so open to finding
That's
love.
exactly right.
Meanwhile, we find out that Drew's an absolute fucking loon. Oh, well, I'm sorry. And contestant number 4.
Contestant number 4. Oh yeah, this.
Oh yeah, a guy with roommates.
John Blitt.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at some of these guys. So here's John Blitt.
Sadder Greg Brady.
This is the Thiel guy. Here's Joshua. Let's give him a younger picture where maybe he was cute with his.
He just skipped leg day.
There's
There's nothing better than a good leg day joke. It always works.
My god. Okay,
And
so
then
yeah,
this.
so these are the 4 contestants, if you will. And then Drew walks in. So let's listen to this.
Well, doesn't walk in.
It's
Zooms
just wrong.
Loon.
Hi, Robin.
Hi.
Good morning. It's so good to have you here. Good morning. And I just heard Beth exit the room, which is
Okay. So I cut a couple of these clips, but I got so infected by how much I hated her by the end of this that you'll just hear. So this is just a portent of things to come in 40 seconds or less.
Hang on, before you do that.
Because
Transformative content.
love your wife, Howard. And I'm just meeting her. And I know she's been a good friend of yours and my almighty love of my life, Nancy, Javone, and Fallon.
Yeah, Jimmy Fallon's wife.
My daughters, I would call her the love of my life. Now she happily takes second place, but she's still my favorite woman. And she loves Beth and she loves you. And that personal connection has been quite meaningful for me.
So that's
Jimmy Fallon's wife is the head of Drew Barrymore's
ghosted
production company.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's the connection there. That's how that happened. It's always the Hamptons. Always. You always get it.
Makes sense.
You remember that
Oh, it's
movie
a
they
circle
did?
jerk.
What the hell was it? Oh God, the fucking baseball movie.
There's so many.
No, the Drew Barrymore Fever Pitch.
I never saw that.
That's how they
Hey
hooked
guys,
us. So
real quick, because I know everybody's having the same question. Is Drew and these guys in the same room, or are they all on different Zoom?
All different Zooms.
Apparently Drew was in studio with Gary, and Drew brought her people with her, which you'll hear.
But what about these 4 clowns? Were
Every
they
one
there
of
too?
them was on Zoom.
Well,
but they couldn't
was-
see. She couldn't see them, so it was dating games. So they basically were just voices until the very end, so that she could see who.
Interesting fact: Joshua was in Amsterdam doing
Sweden.
this. Sweden, wherever it was,
Stockholm.
use Europe, whatever.
Mhm.
God, they're probably living in a hostel. So he was on Zoom. He was zooming from there, and everybody's zooming from everywhere. So they had a dating game on Zoom.
It was
how awesome! What the best dating
great.
game ever.
Yeah. Okay. So then, they go through the show. They go through none of them understood the fucking assignment. None of them.
None. No.
Drew
Nobody
couldn't understand what kind of questions, I just need somebody who's sincere and how wonderful is it that we can all come together and just discuss like normal human beings what it's like to have people set you up and try to make you feel like you are meaningful and important. I'm word vomiting right now, but that is exactly how she spoke. And it was just
histrionic. She has the same much of the same histrionic speak Beth does. That's how
brutal.
everything's magical and wonderful and
everything's magical.
To set the tone for this, the first question Drew Barrymore asked was to Howard. No concept of how a dating game works. I mean, honest to God, that was the first question she asked. It was to Howard, and I was just like, Jesus Christ. I don't even remember. My brain cells.
I know my brain was absolutely.
Oh my God, I just couldn't. It was
to say nobody understood the assignment. None of them.
No, nobody did.
Honestly?
He didn't. She didn't. The contestants didn't. No one understood it. Beth didn't.
Beth didn't.
Beth
Beth
had no
all
clue.
Beth could think about is the fact that she's going to pick her choice, and that's the end of it, right? And so they go through the stupid game. they all have the personality of sludge. Like literally nobody has. Jonathan Blitt was the funniest of them, and that's not saying much. So
That's low. That
I'm not giving
that's
him
like
any credit whatsoever, other than
Melrose,
to
Sacha
say
Cohen.
that in the big scheme of the people. Look at
that's
this.
like saying I had a warm day in Fairbanks, Alaska in January. I mean, it's
Valedictorian at summer school, Dennis.
yeah, exactly. Summer valedictorian, summer school. I mean, it's like
Oh my God.
the fastest runner at the Special Olympics. It's just all these things.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you're a product of drugs and being popular way too young in your life.
Yeah.
What's the name of the one we were just talking about last week, Xavier, with Little Darlings? Tatum O'Neal. It's the Tatum O'Neal disease.
The Tatum O'Neal, Chrissy
either
McNichol,
you just go really fucked up or you become like Drew. And you just
And lest anybody forget, Howard terrorized her all through the 2000s. Oh, I mean, Drew Barrymore was one step away from like Kathy Lee Gifford, Rosie O'Donnell, whatever,
100%.
stars, terrorized her. And with even just having the mom in, having Jade in to troll her.
Oh, remember you said
Simply
Jade
troll her. Monique, I found so much audio on that, which we're not going to play tonight, but it bears for this. It is a show in itself. The shit that I found.
The Jade Barrymore.
How about the 9/11 shaming, Dennis?
Oh, Jesus Christ!
That was
He
an
tormented
absolute
her.
avalanche for her image during that time.
But it goes to show you how shallow these Hollywood types are.
Oh, they are.
They're just so shallow. They don't give a fuck. It's the next paycheck. That's all that matters.
But there's a Jimmy Fallon brokerage there, X. So that's the real issue here.
And
the
so
wife
you can see how this
it's all
played out.
Hamptons.
You can see how it played out where, Beth is probably very friendly with Jimmy Fallon's wife. And so they're probably chatting about it.
Bingo.
And,
but is anybody friendly with her?
No.
It's almost fake, but that's how the game's played out there.
She's a tag along. She's a fifth wheel.
That's just that's the way it's played.
She is.
Does anybody like
Hanger-on.
Hilaria Baldwin? Does anybody like
Could you imagine
Jessica Seinfeld?
She's the worst. I follow the Hilaria Baldwin subreddit, and I'm so brutal on there. It's just I got banned from posting on another like gossip Reddit called Dumois because I post on the Hilaria Baldwin.
So could you imagine what Nancy
Sirianni
Nancy thinks of actually of Beefus really? Because Nancy has a career in her own right.
Well,
Beefus
Dennis, that was the email chain
kittens.
with Molly Kimmel. You're just
exactly.
Yeah.
She's an earner.
Yeah,
exactly. Did you actually have a discussion with her about the horrible email that they sent to each other, twittering about what fucking miserable people
I would love to
to
read
go
that
out to
exchange.
dinner with? That would have been quite delicious.
Oh, it'd been awesome if that
God
leaked.
damn. Wow.
Okay, so let's continue on because so Drew can't make a choice, and she's having like a real issue about who to choose. And then Beth comes downstairs, and Drew asks the question, "Who were your two choices?" And and she guesses that she chose number 1 and number 2. And I love that you're also banned from Dumois. Yes, you know what? I just made a simple comment.
Get to the chopper.
I made a simple comment about the fact that everybody knows that Beyonce smells when she sweats. And all of a sudden, I get this ban from them. And then I told the famous, and you know me, I have some stupid 6 degrees of separation stories. And my one story about I had a girlfriend whose best friend slept with Alec Baldwin back in the day because he was on her bucket list. And suffice it to say, he had a very small cucumber. How you say?
The Irish curse.
So, yeah, it's totally the Irish curse. Exactly.
Good at shooting, I guess. So
people loved it on the Hilaria Baldwin thing, and I'm dying to do a show about her. And girls, if you want to do it with me, and we'll fucking gossip the shit out of her. I'm all for it. All right, so we're gonna go on. So Drew's having trouble figuring out who to choose. Blah, 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 blah. A cucumber, G Canada. How you say cucumber?
How you say?
So here is
Minka.
that
people of Minka.
So who are you going to guess that that she picked? I want everybody to make. Don't anybody say if they know, but who did they pick?
I
So would it
unfortunately
be
know, and I'll keep
contestant
myself
number
quiet.
1, the singer songwriter Joshua Radin? Number 2, the Broadway singer / barfly Clark Thorell. Number 3, the 6 Degrees of Separation buff Rappaport, Diego Lopez. Or number 4, the ne'er-do-well producer / writer on the Stern Show, Mr. Jonathan Blitt.
AKA Melrose Sasha Cohen.
Exactly.
Exactly. Okay, so who does she pick? Of course, she picks number 2, Clark Thorell.
I would have gotten it wrong.
I would have gotten it wrong
it
too.
was
I
so
picked
ob- it was so
Lopez. I picked
obvious.
Lopez.
Oh,
It was
I
so
was going to go
obvious.
with Joshua Radin because I thought singer songwriter. She's
No.
definitely into him.
Nope.
So here's Beth's rationalization for the choice.
I feel
blew
that she's going to maybe reach out to others and reach.
Oh, this was because Howard kept saying, "So you're going to marry him? You're going to marry him? You're going to sleep with him? You're going to fuck him? You're going to date him? You're going to marry him?" And it was just stupid. It was just stupid.
Like a fruit basket would.
And then the way it was going to work, apparently, so she got to see what they look like and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And the way it was supposed to work is that she would get their phone number and then she would reach out when she wanted to.
Exactly,
was
which is
pretty
not the
much
way a dating game works.
the way they were going to leave it. So Mr. Twin Bed in, on the Upper West Side in the walk up really have a choice here. So here we go.
Definitely reach out to Clark, and friendships can be formed. And if anything, there's going to be more incredible people in her world. That's how I look at this. It doesn't have to be marriage. It doesn't have to be. So knock it off. This was awesome. This was fun. And
Knock
Drew
what off?
picks a quality guy, and they're going
You
to
hear
be.
that
Great. I
laugh?
know that they're going to be great friends. And that's it.
I love the Beth backward breath. And more incredible people in her world like me. That's her backward compliment of herself.
Dude, her voice.
Friendship.
Best friends forever.
Oh my goodness, BFF forever. Gary chimes in then, of course.
Hello.
What is it, Gary?
I just want to give you a little behind the scenes things. Drew's got a big team up with her today.
Yes.
They were all before were universally landed on number 2 to the point that when she picked him, there was a loud yell outside my office. The whole team yelled, and then they immediately started Googling him, and they're like, "That's a good-looking dude."
Okay.
All right. So Drew should fire everyone around her immediately. And just fire them all today because these people are idiots. Anybody that advised her to actually do this should be fired. This is awful. It comes off bad. And to pick a guy that his biggest accomplishment is doing Daffy Duck in a commercial is really not a win.
Thank you, Bobby. Thank you so much. Thank you, Casey. You're so cute.
Dennis, apparently you missed his role as Hank Shetty on The Good Wife. I suggest you go back and binge watch The Good Wife.
So Howard says to him, "You were on The Sopranos?" He's like, yeah, I wasn't on The Sopranos. I had a role in it. It's just
You didn't see him as prison guard number 1 in Men in Black 3.
dead body number 2 at the morgue.
Exactly.
Guarantee he has a CSI
Of
credit.
course, all those New York-based shows.
All the New York,
Yeah,
used to be such a running joke when you would look at like a playbill on a
Law and
Broadway show,
Order,
and you'd see
yes.
half of them had like CSI and
Law
shit
and
like
Order, Oz, exactly. All the New
It
York-based
just-
shows that run forever.
I mean, they couldn't have amassed a greater group of losers if they tried. I mean,
No.
seriously.
Just horrible.
Interesting thing, Monique, is a lot of these guys that he doesn't list his age in his biography. You're supposed to kind of keep.
Girls, they're all available.
Yeah, exactly.
They're all available.
Sorry,
girl.
ladies, he's taken.
They're not taken. They're all available right now. You can have any last one of them.
Here's a
They're
little.
available.
Here's a little Drew. So Drew doesn't go away happy. She just doesn't.
Oh no.
She just doesn't go away.
And I
It's a
want
dynamic
people
duo.
to go
I
out
call
there
them.
and fucking matchmake for each other. What are we all doing?
some people are really good at it. They have marriages under their belts and marriages that have kids. Like, this is a thing a lot of people do out there and are good at. I'm not one of them. And yet I love love. Man and I have done nothing but talk about love in every film we've made, from 51st Dates to He's Just Not That Into It. And
Charlie's Angels.
Charlie's Angels. Well, it's all about finding love. If that's not at the core and the crux of the stories we're telling, we don't understand
Clark,
it. Human
I
nature,
understand.
relationships, this is the thing.
You know what's good about you, Clark? When your girlfriend.
This went on and on.
Yes, it did.
And on.
Yes, it did.
And on.
I was in pain.
And on.
So the only thing you want to plug is Drew. That's it. Yeah.
Okay, what?
So I'm going to show everybody what they're fighting for. Because I'm going to share Drew Barrymore now.
Okay.
This is the prize. This is the prize that that these guys are going for at this point.
Do you know how long it took me to do that, Mike?
That was pretty impressive.
I was listening to it and I'm like, oh, let me cut it here and speed it up, and then I'll cut it here and speed it up a little bit more. Okay. All right, hang on.
Okay, here it is.
Here's your girl.
That's
I'll
your
take her
girl.
over
That's sexy Drew Barrymore
I'll
right
still
now.
take her over Beth.
Sexy
Any day.
Drew.
No.
No plastics. I'll take her over
Oh,
Beth.
she
No
looks like
plastics.
E.T. now with a wig.
I mean, she looks like a Cabbage Patch doll.
Ellie
Seriously, she looks
What
like
is
a Cabbage
she?
Patch
What is on the side of her? Is that like a giant inflatable baseball bat? What am I looking at here?
I have no idea. I don't know. This is
it's a
just
flag.
Rolled up.
It's a flag,
on the
but-
yacht in Croatia, perhaps cruising the island.
It's Brigatori's yacht over there in Monaco. No, I doubt it. She's
Brr.
twice the age.
So let's wrap up Drew a little bit here. Wrap up Drew. Hang on.
So the only thing you want to plug is Drew. That's it. Oh, come on, sweetheart. A little humor. My God, everyone's so serious.
I love
me tell you.
humor. I love you, Howard and Beth. I
Love
love you,
you.
Robin. Thank you. May we all go out there and just keep our eyes open out for love for other people. And this is the thing that has really.
Oh, sorry. I had something I wanted to play with this. Give me a second. Hang on.
What was the total running time of the segment, guys?
2 hours.
2
hours.
He has to
and
hit
10
2
minutes.
hours.
Trust me, I know.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna put together like a whole array for you here. Hang on. Here we go.
So the only thing you want to plug is Drew. That's it. Oh, come on, sweetheart. A little humor. My God.
Very little.
I love humor. I love you, Howard and Beth. I love you, Robin. Thank you. May we all go out there and just keep our eyes open out for love for other people. And this is the thing that really enlightened me the most about this is you don't think people are thinking about you that way. Because it doesn't happen.
Shut up.
Really,
Shut up.
I will not be the same person after this.
Shut up.
Holy crap.
He doesn't care. Howard gets
And
$4,000
she's single?
a minute.
No way.
No way, right? Can you believe that?
All right. So the other thing is, though, she's such a prize. There was an article I found that she says she can go for years without having sex. Yeah, that's right, guys. That's a
Yeah, well,
prize.
There you go. There's your prize.
That's a prize. She's
A
200
demented
pounds and
yapper.
she doesn't
Which
want to have
is-
sex. There you go.
Yes, Fairway Maiden. Yes. And this is a perfect example of why Jennifer Witz has a picture of Andy
Exactly.
Cohen. That is absolutely true. So yeah.
This was a tough one. I mean, seriously, this was a
It was really.
It was so tough.
Her
That's why I
depth,
drink.
she's as shallow as a fucking kitten's like milk bowl. She has no depth whatsoever.
None.
She word vomits, so it makes her look like she actually knows what she's talking about. So let me do a little Drew. I'm gonna do a little Drew. So you guys, oh my God, it's so important that we all love each other and feel the need to feel and feel like we should just have that warm embrace of love and understanding and
You mean like Charlie's Angels?
meaningful conversations where we can just talk to each other and really try and understand the depth of our perceptions of reality and how we feel about the magic that is life and how wonderful it is to experience everything that we do with each other and just embrace it as if it's our own. That's the way she fucking talks. And that is okay. Can somebody please look up? Okay, so you know she was made fun of and totally goofed on.
Nice.
There's a picture of Drew that everybody goofed on and just had fabulous fun with. And it was just so contrite and pathetic. And it was Drew saying, oh, there's just nothing more magical than dancing and laughing in the rain. And she was standing out in the pouring fucking rain, you know, with that Jay Leno-esque look of hers.
Right.
And she was, I don't even know how to pronounce the word because I don't know what I'm saying, but you know when somebody like is so into the Lord, they're beatific. What's the word? What's
Beatified. Wouldn't it be beatified?
Drew Barrymore in the rain. Okay, hold on.
That's when you become a saint. You beatified.
This is crazy.
Deify?
This will probably get knocked down, but I don't even give a shit at this point.
Probably.
Probably, definitely. It's okay.
Because we just
Mantra plus tantra equals yantra. Jimmy Bong Blue.
Okay, wait. This is the best. Here we go. This is
Genuflecting, Autobot says. Is that it?
Benjamin,
We're going down the rabbit hole.
The word is retarded.
This is something the likes of which I don't think. Yeah. Okay. Continue. Come on. Oh no, Ed Block. No.
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 Not ad block. No.
No. Here we go.
No.
Well, hopefully it'll come up.
We all want to be a bit more like Drew. She posted a TikTok of her dancing in the rain, and fans couldn't get over how contagious her joy is. It's led to another viral moment for the actress, as more and more videos were posted of people filming themselves doing the same thing. She wants us all to get out and not miss the opportunity.
She wants us to join in after this week's heat wave and might do exactly what we need.
And after Drew know that most people have to work for a living?
No, just enjoy
Just go out
dancing.
and dance.
Wait, did I not share this with you? Fuck. Here I am.
We didn't
doing
see
it, and I
anything.
don't
We
even
heard
have
it.
on the air.
Holy Christ.
We all want to be a bit more like Drew. She posted a TikTok of her dancing in the rain, and fans couldn't get over how contagious her joy is. It's led
What's
to
Jay
another
Leno
viral
doing on her TikTok?
actress, as more and more videos were posted of people filming themselves doing the same thing. She wants us all to get out and not miss the opportunity. And after this week's heat,
Look at that chin, dude.
Oofa.
Live, laugh,
looks
love,
like
love,
that.
laugh, live, laugh, love, live, laugh, love, live, laugh.
Do you guys remember in the 80s that McDonald's had that Mac the Knife and Moon
Yes,
guy?
that is exactly what's going on there.
Same chin, dude.
You know what? This is the advertisement. Don't do drugs, kids. That's
Yeah,
what happens.
exactly.
That's what
Look at
happens.
that
You look
chin,
like that.
dude.
Yeah.
And F-16 can land on that fucker.
Yeah, that was Drew. That was her going
Jesus
like that
Christ.
shit on Instagram.
What a pretentious douche-induced fucking video that was.
God, Jesus
Is
wept.
this spilling over into tomorrow? Does anyone know? Is this going to?
No,
Oh,
is
dude,
there any
gonna
kind
be
of?
half the show tomorrow will be we got
Victory
emails
lap.
about the Drew thing.
Yes.
It'll
Yeah,
be
I
half
got
of that,
so many
and then
good
they'll
clips.
kill Yoda on Wednesday and call it a week.
Did you
then
know
Monday-
she dated Rick Solomon, the guy who released the Paris Hilton tape?
Nice.
She was 14 and he was 21.
Really?
That was on. That was when Howard was going after all the time, and he would bring her up to any and everybody.
Wasn't
And he was
wasn't
going through that
the
guy's
dude
dating life.
that allegedly gave Paris herpes?
Yes.
Pretty sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Pretty sure.
Did he die?
Rick
I
Solomon?
think
I hope so.
I think he
He-
did. I
He
think Rick
dated
Solomon's
Shannon
dead.
Doherty. That could very well be. It sounds remotely familiar, but I don't know for a fact.
She's
No.
14. What a
Oh,
what a slow guy.
No,
He's
Rick
in jail,
Solomon
isn't he?
is an American poker player who is best known for his 2004 sex tape with Paris Hilton. He had high-profile marriages with E.G. Daly, who, fun fact, was dating what's his face? She was dating the guy who shot himself with a stupid gun on the set.
Voyager guy?
The really
no, on the Crow, right?
No,
on
no,
the
no.
Crow?
no, the other one. I want to
Brandon
say his name is
Cover
like
Up, Monique?
Lars Herrick Nelson or something
Cover
like
Up?
that.
I
Handsome.
need a hero. Yeah, I know you like the really handsome guy from that show.
Oh,
Cover Up.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
So you had high-profile marriages with E.G. Daly, Shannon Doherty, and
John
Pamela
Eric Hexum.
Anderson.
Thank you, Benjamin. That's the guy's name, Monique. John Eric Hexum.
Oh,
Sarah's
John.
obsessed with. Yeah.
God damn it! Was he
I
good.
need a hero. I'm holding on for a hero. That's the show Cover Up. He was the star of.
This idiot, this moron, put a gun to his head, not too dissimilar to what's his face did. Hang on a second, I'm gonna show it to you.
I put a gun in my mouth, Artie. I put a gun in my mouth.
Okay, this guy.
He was married to Pam Anderson too, Monique. That Solomon.
Yes,
Jesus.
yeah, I saw
Well,
that.
she's passed around like a party favor.
Yeah.
Here,
So-
this is John
There
Eric.
he is.
Yeah, the guy from Voyager. I mean, the Voyager.
They were going to do a Captain America movie in the 80s, and he was supposed to play Steve Rogers.
I see that.
That didn't happen. You could tell. You totally see, right? That would be
Yes,
good.
I see that.
Yeah,
I
we
see
see it. Yeah.
So, handsome guy died October 18th, 1984 at 26 years old.
He was only 26.
Yes.
Nobody saw Voyagers on
Wow.
this crew,
Mental
apparently.
self-inflicted gunshot wound.
So he air conditioned his head. Okay.
Yeah.
No, he put a. It was. He had a.
It was an
blanks
accident,
on it.
right? It was an
He
Alec.
didn't-
It was
yeah,
an Alec Baldwin.
The gun had
rusted
blanks,
thing.
and he didn't realize
Yes.
that it would create the.
Yeah,
the
that's
impact
dangerous.
enough
It was a
to
rust.
blow his skull off.
Yeah, that's-
What's his
Cover
name?
Up was filming their 7th episode of the series. Troy Cesare Fox wanted to load cartridges into a 44 Magnum handgun, so he provided with a functional gun and blanks. When the scenes did not play as the director wanted it to, and the master shot, there was a delay in filming. He was restless and impatient and began playing around to lighten the mood. He had loaded all but one blank round, spun it, and simulated Russian roulette, put the revolver to his right temple, and pulled the trigger, unaware of the danger of the blank.
Classic
Yeah,
Hexum.
That's fucking
You know,
nuts.
his organs still live to this day because his mom donated all his functional parts.
How do you know this?
Yeah, how do you know that?
The same reason I was saying Voyager, then blank.
No, I
and then
believe
you guys
you.
ignored me. You put up this Wikipedia.
Brandon Lee.
Like, the
Wasn't it
same-
Brandon
the
Lee
same
that
way-
killed himself?
With his
Yeah, blah,
mother's
blah, blah.
permission, the body was flown to San Francisco on life support, where his heart was transplanted into a 36-year-old Las
Oh,
Vegas.
there's an echo in here.
His kidneys and corneas were also donated. One of his
Jesus.
corneas.
You're like Howard. You read the Wikipedia.
One of his kidneys, a critical ill 5-year-old boy, and the other was a 43-year-old grandmother. See, so one stupid death supported then 6 or
Is
7.
this thing on?
Yeah.
And they
You know what?
skinned
You know,
him,
you know,
and
the
they gave
5-year-old
the skin to a
I
kid.
got the kidneys. Direct quote. Thanks, stupid.
Thanks, dum. Okay, so yeah, there you go. I don't know why we were talking about that. Oh, Rick Solomon. I don't
Rick
know why we were
Solomon.
talking about him.
Because
Oh,
he dated, because at 21,
He dated
a 14, 15-year-old Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore, who has great taste in men.
Ben could have used one of his eyes.
Is he interested
got a
in the
good-
Tom Green show on
Wow.
YouTube?
Okay, so I just want you all to know we were expecting Bon Jovial tonight because he wanted to make
But
some
it's
sort of
tomorrow.
announcement.
He's confused.
And yeah, I know, but I don't think he ever even texted me to let me know. You know, it's
He
so
wants
funny.
to be on for the Springsteen thing.
Oh fuck Christ! I can't wait for that not to end.
What happened?
You mean that bit that was recorded last week?
Oh yeah,
There's no question it was.
Last month.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. All right. So yeah, that's our show for tonight. It'll be a miracle if it's still here tomorrow, but whatever.
I doubt it.
Whatever happens.
You didn't play a lot.
No, Whisker
of
would not
her.
eat a Dahmer pizza.
Just so you all know, I put up a shit ton of our shows on podcast form, so they are available at any one of your podcast providers. I think I put up like
Yeah, Randy. Well,
9 or 10 shows.
Trip out
Um,
what Randy Marsh is saying right now.
Yeah, that's what we had talked about before the show. Is that in the thread? It was also brought up that the third guy, Lopez, brought up that he's doing a show October 4th, and
Yes.
I
Oops.
can't find him doing any shows November 4th. So I have a feeling this was in September.
20 days ago, it was taped.
but the
Easily
little
could have been
joy that everybody got from this experience must count for something, Dennis. No?
I got dumber. That's what I got. I got dumber.
Harrelson. You brought up Greg Allman. This show has no reason to be live. There's
It's
no
never
reason for the
made-
show to be live.
No, of
It's
course.
never made that sound with Howard. I can guarantee you that.
So essentially, it seems like Howard just put in like what, an hour of work today, and then press
Barely.
play.
Honestly, barely.
And then press play.
All right, so that's it. So, oh my God,
Ida.
Ida, thank you so much.
Ida,
Really non-expected. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you and everybody else. And you know what? I'm actually decided I'm going to finally, and I would have bought Dennis his had he let me know he was buying one, but so that you don't see this cave around me, I'm going to actually buy a blue screen.
It's a
Blue.
chroma key.
Chroma key
You
screen.
elitist. I have a green one. You elitist.
I'm gonna get some lighting and I'm gonna make it like a thing. I'm gonna make a whole.
You should see the lighting I got. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, well, mine always sucks. So there's that. So I am going to be upgrading them. I wonder if he'll bring up Leslie Jordan tomorrow. Okay, so I didn't even know who that guy was. I gotta be
I
honest.
didn't either.
And so I have no idea who he is. I just can't believe he was only
Isn't he the guy in the Naked Gun?
like 80 or something like that.
I wanna feel the sun, have barbecues. I wanna see my friends, the old and new. We'll turn on the game.
Anyway, so yeah. So
Can
I
we
don't
just
know.
have like gay sound effects while that's playing?
You guessed it. That was
Put it in
shot
my
and killed by
butt,
someone's
Todd.
68-year-old brother-in-law. You guessed it, guys.
So yeah, this guy Leslie Mo gonna get all the Chatter's Gunk shirts. You know you can buy them at our T Public store.
That's right.
Why-
Buy the shirts. Buy our shirts.
You know they charge $14.99 or $19.99. You know how much we get out of that? Tell them, Xavier.
$2.
$2. That's right. $2 cash.
I didn't ask for a dime. I want $2.
I want my $3.
You know what?
$3.
I gotta say this. We love y'all, but like 80% of you guys pay for fucking for the Deppening and for the fucking the John stuff and for all this other shit. And y'all never give us shit. So
Everybody wants to hate on everybody else.
no, I'm not hating on them. Good that you guys give money to everybody else. But like we've been giving you what 8 years of free shit. Would it kill you to throw us $1?
I used to give out t-shirts for free.
I know, dude. No
But
joke. We're
I got
the
them.
only people stupid enough that this year, between the
We
Super Bowl thing we did in January, we've given away like 3 times the money that we've received this year.
We are stupid. But you know what? Listen, the everything is free in our world of gunkism.
No.
Gunkism.
I just had to say that.
And
Let's
that's
all go back,
just the way,
to the way we were.
Yeah, the Deppening is right after Mark Maron and on the podcast.
Oh, absolutely.
You're absolutely right, sir.
You're gonna be hanging with Musk soon.
It's a perfect way for John to be able to showcase some of these clips he's not allowed to put on the front end of his station.
All
So
the blocked
it's
stuff.
all the blocked shit that he likes to show. So yeah, I'm totally into that. And you know what it is? Let's be honest, guys. You know, it takes a lot, especially when I announced we were going to do 3 shows a week. I never expected that all the guys were going to want to do the show with me. I just figured, fuck it. There'll probably be some days where I do it myself, or some days where it's me and Dennis, or some days where it's me and John, or Dennis and John.
How many shows have we done this year?
A lot of as many
Too
as
many.
Howard. As many
Which
as
is
Howard,
what?
if not
No,
more.
more.
Give
More
me a
than Howard.
guesstimate.
Let's
Give me a
assume that's
guesstimate.
going to be 95 for the full year. So let's say we've probably done around 65.
65.
We're at 70
And at
something.
about
No,
what, 2
Howard's
hours
at
a
70
click?
something already.
Huh? Let's say again. It doesn't even matter.
So we've
Because
done
you
like
know what?
130 something hours of free.
Yeah, but you need to add the Deppening to that. You need to combine the two
then
shows.
that's like
the
600
hour-
hours.
The calorie of 600 hours, right?
Like 600 hours.
You are like the Jesse Owens of fucking.
It is. You know what it
And
is?
you-
Honestly,
you-
the reason we don't have a
you're like-
Patreon.
Arm is
Can I
like
tell
the
you?
goat.
Hold
when
on.
it
I'm going
comes
to
to
tell
this
you
shit.
why we don't have a Patreon, because
Why?
it's a lot of fucking work, you know, to put in like special little like stupid things and, you know, little secret broadcasts and stuff like that. I just don't have the head for it. It's listening
Wait.
to this
Hey,
goddamn
we can do Mr.
Hold on.
Whisker's walk on Patreon.
But Monique,
What?
We can do a Patreon. I can clean my driveway.
Oh God.
Car wash.
I can just sit there and hose that sucker down for an hour. Like I actually did. I actually did half it the other day, and I'm like, God damn it, I didn't film.
You absolutely should have filmed that.
No one else was home. I washed half my driveway.
Like me walking through the streets, going to the San Gennaro feast. I had the most fun doing that, and like
that's Monique. That's as you say, cottage industry. The walk and talk videos. There are dudes walking through New York City. They take on a different section every day, and they just hit the spots. I always said you should do that for the Stern landmarks. It would be the greatest thing ever. Totally.
Every time I go into the city,
We're not doing a Patreon, guys.
We're not doing a Patreon. It's not something that I'm fond of, and I feel like once you go the Patreon route, it's very, very, and I'm not talking about the Deppening, because he literally is charging $2 for something that's worth it.
Exactly.
Well, it's just so we do. It was the last thing we did was the 21 Jump Street series. So we did the entire, and I want to thank our friend Beth for getting me the original copy of it with music. So all the stuff that could be, blocked immediately on YouTube. It's the only reason we had to go to that. I mean, we wanted to do.
I'm not talking about you.
Think about the value.
Their money
that John gives you, like 8 hours at $2. What's that break down to?
That's pennies.
It's
Pennies for the hour. Pennies.
Like 13 cents an hour.
Well, RG does another free YouTube chat, the Deppening podcast, into solid gold microphones.
Yeah, exactly.
200 grand.
200 grand.
100 grand.
People are making Patreon their livelihood, and that's not something, because we'd have to then we would have to do the show. See, the difference is we want to do the show, and if you're beholden to people paying you on a monthly basis, that means that we have to do the show.
Look at these other knuckleheads that are unnamed.
All right.
Okay,
in the chat.
Don't even really. It's not even
in the chat. I guess we can do a Patreon. I can do a cooking show.
Oh, that would be
I would actually like that.
I know you can eat, but I don't know that you can cook.
I can cook. No,
I've been making my own bagels lately,
really
guys.
Cook. No,
we dance going hurdy birdie, hurdy gurdy, hurdy. Can I be Beaker? Oh, no, that's the other dude.
No,
Dennis and Sara. Sara could do a cooking show.
Mark Harris cooking show.
Quite honestly, I almost went to culinary school. I actually
believe that.
really was close to going.
Absolutely believe that, Dennis.
See, my rent paid off.
Woo, we got Canadian money.
Woohoo!
A small blender over here.
More insult to injury.
Every dollar counts.
Gee, Canada's right.
Even
Canadian that doesn't count as a dollar.
What does it count as?
And
when are we gonna do another call-in show?
I'm gonna die.
How much fun is
Probably
that?
tomorrow, because it's
It's
gonna be
so much
tomorrow.
Yeah, how can he he's peaked. He's peaked on a Monday.
Not on backwards.
Yeah.
We're just not on backwards. Wait, this is the back of
Oh
the
my
shirt.
goodness. Yes, Xavier. Yes. Fucking Xavier.
Let's do it. Do it
You
live.
only got a week
Got it.
left.
Yeah, Gunk in the night anyway, and Doug them end. It's October.
No. We're not beholden to fucking Halloween.
You're not?
No.
Doesn't
I'm
have to.
not.
It's Halloween. You and Richard Christie. It's Halloween.
I'm sorry, did you just
That's
say
my
you're not
favorite.
Halloween?
He's not beholden.
I'm not.
You?
He's not.
You? Halloween is your Christmas.
No, what I'm saying is Gunk in the Night is not season driven.
No, it is not seasonal. It's just that you know what?
You know what it
Honestly,
is?
It's Xavier.
It's putting in 16 hours of work a day.
Like real
And then,
work.
Like it's 8:05 here.
Red
Mike
bar.
Red Bar.
I'll go in. I'll
The
cry into my.
Mike Redbar. Mike
Is
David.
that really Red Bar? Can we
I
just
don't know. Let's pretend it is. If it's Canadian, he's not from Canada. He lives in Chicago. So let's just pretend it is.
Because I
My
would
favorite.
appreciate if Red Bar listened to us, because then I would listen to him and I would really want to have him on the show.
He's the first guy to do all this podcast goofing. Before Who Are These Podcasts, there was Red Bar doing exactly that. He's been 03, I think, is when he started it.
Gina, that's a potty mouth.
Jesus Christ.
I am crying because I'm about to go eat a baked potato. I'm gonna wake up with my dog licking my face because I passed out on the couch, and there's chili on my chest, and the dog's just like tasting me.
Don't
And I'm
really
like, oh,
need
that was a
visual.
wonderful day. 16 hours of work and
Okay.
fucking.
Hey guys, thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any further discussion at RadioGunk.com in the forum section. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at RadioGunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so you know when we're doing a new show. Thanks.